starts at the big league level for DeYoung. He was out of Illinois State, having a fine year at AAA, getting the call up, the chance to play second, and now a chance to play a lot at shortstop. Here's the 0-2 pitch, a swing and a miss, a curveball down and in, strikes him out. That was a tough time at the plate for Paul DeYoung. And Alex Mejia, making his major league debut, will try to pick up that big 2-out RBI with Jerko on third base. Mejia, Texas League All-Star, played at AA and AAA. Batted .238 last year, AA, AAA this year, .253. 18 doubles, 3 home runs, and 27 RBIs. Jerko leads at third. The pitch, and that's low and in. Called a strike, a delayed call by the home plate umpire, Sam Holbrook. Mejia is wearing uniform number 54 on the road gray jersey. Hitting room, left center field. Blanco, the center fielder, plays toward right. There's a foul ball into the seats down the right field line. It's 0-2 on Alex Mejia. The scoreboard tells the fans to make some noise. Pretty good crowd, and the fans are still filing in as we play in the second inning. Jerko doubled to lead off the inning. Martinez moved him up. DeYoung struck out. The 0-2 pitch for Mejia in the dirt, and that's blocked by Annetta.
Love to see first at-bat, first hit, first RBI, all in one swing.
First home run.
Yeah, we'll take that too.
We're not expecting Mejia to hit many home runs, but he can. Almost anybody can with this baseball now.
He's big for an infielder, isn't he? 6'1", tall, thin.
Looking in for the sign, Patrick Corbin holds the ball to his back and straightens. From the belt, with a man at third, the pitch is swung on and bounced to the shortstop. And bobbling the ball, the throw by Marte is just in time. Marte had trouble getting a grip on it, but throws out Mejia. And the Cardinals waste a leadoff double, leaving Jerko in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the second, 0-0 in Arizona.
Fans, it's time to complete your championship battery bobblehead on Saturday, July 8th. That day, the Cardinals host the Mets, and it's the Tim McCarver bobblehead, courtesy of AT&T. This bobblehead commemorates the final out of the 1967 World Series, and it's part 2 of this unique bobblehead giveaway. 30,000 fans ages 16 and older will take home the Tim McCarver bobblehead on July 8th. Tickets available at cardinals.com/promotions. There's only one Cardinals baseball.
This summer, schools will be out and rewards very much in, thanks to the Take the Money and Ride event from Cooper Tires. With a full lineup of outstanding tires, including the all-season high-performance Cooper Xeon RS3 G1, Cooper has just what your car needs. And right now, you can get up to a $100 Cooper Tires prepaid card when you buy a new set of 4 qualifying tires. For over a century, drivers have known they can count on Cooper. Visit Neil Tire today.
What's your best bet for gaming, entertainment, dining, and comfort? It's the best city in St. Louis, River City Casino and Hotel. Play your way through 4 city blocks of the hottest games. Dine at stellar restaurants. And make yourself at home at our AAA-rated 4-Diamond Hotel. Looking for the best St. Louis has to offer? Better head to River City Casino and Hotel. Book now at rivercity.com. Must be 21 to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-BETS-OFF.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a pig?
That's the Baconaire, a lean, mean flying protein with 16% less fat than over 20 years ago. 6 great cuts are considered lean, and the tenderloin extra lean.
That's pork-tastic. Pig out on tender, juicy pork when you grill it like a steak to medium rare or medium.
Now there's something to squeal about.
Brought to you by Missouri Farmers Care and the Missouri Pork Association. Check them out on Facebook and follow Missouri Farmers Care on Twitter.
At Gardenview Care Centers, they don't want to change your lifestyle, just your address. They are the experts in dementia care, in business for 30 years, locally owned. You have continuous care from assisted living to skilled nursing if needed. Gardenview Care Centers, with summer here and you're planning your vacation, well, they'll take care of your parents while you go on a trip. Lots of great food, activities, plenty of outings, and on-site 24-hour nursing care if needed. At Gardenview Care Centers, GVCC.com. Chesterfield, Missouri, O'Fallon, Missouri, Big Bend, and Doherty Ferry. Jake Lamb with a one-strike pitch coming his way. A foul ball just below Ricky Horton. 0-2. 0-0. We're in the bottom of the second inning. The Cardinals had a scoring opportunity after a leadoff double by Judd Jerko. Jose Martinez grounded out, advancing the runner. But then a strikeout and a groundout left Jerko at third base. The 0-2, reaching a foul ball, is spoiled. Spoils a good pitch by Lance Lynn. It's still 0-2 for Jake Lamb. Lamb is 7 for his last 21 with a double, a homer. He's been on with 2 walks during that time.
Lynn does not seem to be bothered by whatever happened on that one pitch that he threw where he tripped on the mound and fell a bit. Seems to be okay.
Here's the 0-2. Hit hard on one hop to Carpenter. The race is on, and Matt wins. Lamb is out, 3 unassisted. Let's pause here for station identification on the Cardinals Baseball Network.
You're listening to Cardinals Baseball on ESPN Radio 93.5 WSJK Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana. Brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window. Quality since 1955. Visit them at kramersiding.com.
This summer, make a trip to historic Grants Farm. Make that part of your family's game plan. Admission is free, and the experiences are priceless. For more information, visit grantsfarm.com. The pitch on the way, and it's a strike call to Chris Owings. Owings is 7 for his last 20. Coming in batting .295, 20 doubles, a triple, 9 home runs, and 44 driven in.
Keep those first pitch strikes coming.
The one strike offering, a swing and a miss. Sinking fastball. No contact for Owings, 0-2.
Kind of pitcher that Lance Lynn is. I think it's really important for him to get that first pitch strike because then he can expand the zone. He's really good at that. Going up, going down, sinking, throwing the ball up in the zone to get hitters to chase.
The 0-2 pitch with 1 out. Swing and a miss. Owings went reaching for a low fastball. The first strikeout for Lynn. And with 2 down, left-handed batting catcher outfielder Chris Herman will step in. Herman is playing left field. KSAR, Salem, Arkansas. Their fearless leader, James Bragg. We salute that station today. James was on this morning setting the table for the rest of the day in Cardinal baseball.
Table set, ready to go. Lance had a bit of an awkward finish on that delivery. It was a sinker. And assuming he's all right, but Lance is always so demonstrative on the mound with how he feels.
He wears the emotions not on his sleeve, but on the whole uniform.
He
sometimes.
Sure does.
Ball 1 outside to Chris Herman. Herman is 5 for his last 10. He's batting .200. A little bit low, a check swing. Ball 2, 2-0.
Fair to say there's no pretense in Lance Lynn. He is who he is, and he's going to tell you who he is.
Lance has a major league record of 66-44 with a 3.41 ERA. With 2 outs, the 2-0 pitch. Herman rolls it foul off to the right. Herman batting .200. Well, we wouldn't know that.
Right.
So far in this series, he's 2 for 2, a walk, sacrifice fly, 2 RBIs. He drove in the game winner on Tuesday. 2 balls and a strike, nobody on, 2 outs. Here's Lynn with the abbreviated windup, the pitch. Outside, 3-1. Herman is trying to become the first base runner for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Very deep right field for Stephen Piscotty. Left-handed batting, Chris Herman. The pitch to him. A swing, and there's a drive. Left center field. Moving to his left. Jose Martinez makes the catch shoulder high. Herman lines out. Martinez was playing well off the line, and he was in the vicinity, did not have far to travel. Ricky Horton has the third when we come back to Chase Field. The Cardinals and the Diamondbacks are 0-0.
This is a Budweiser beer. Smooth, crisp, beechwood aged beer. Brewed the hard way. No shortcuts. So when we wake up itching to prove the world wrong, this is the beer we'll drink. When we aren't afraid to fail, when we outwork and out-heart everyone, this is the beer we'll drink. We've got things to do. Great, big, amazing, life-changing things to do. Ambition in one hand, Budweiser in the other. So when that prototype finally works, when we stop calling our startup a startup because it's not a startup anymore, when we win championships, we're not supposed to win. When we say we're going to change the world and we actually change the world, this is the beer we'll drink. Budweiser. This is the beer we drank for the last 140 years, so it's going to be the beer we'll drink for 140 more. This Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Budweiser Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Instead of cycling on and off like most heating and cooling systems, True Comfort Variable Speed by Train runs at quiet speeds. Yes, it's hard to stop a train. Now, it's hard to hear one.
In addition to unstoppable products, we also have an unstoppable offer. Buy a qualifying system and get special financing for 15 months. Visit traininfo.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval. That's traininfo.com.
Tonight.
It's coming! What has happened out there?
We can't stay here. What would you do in the face of fear?
This is Judgment Day.
Everyone who's gone into the mist has died.
Spike presents a new original series.
There's something in the mist.
The Mist. From a story by Stephen King. Tonight, 10/9 Central. On Spike.
No score, top of the third inning. Eric Fryer leads off for St. Louis and takes a strike at the knees, facing Patrick Corbin, the left-hander, who has his sign from his catcher Ionetta, and the slider misses low, 1-1. Fryer 0 for his last 12. That's the tough part. The good story about Eric Fryer is the fact that the Cardinals are 8-5 in the games that he starts. Done a nice job behind the plate. Fryer, Lynn, and Carpenter in the third. Swinging a foul back. Good cut by Eric, who likes to go the other way. He has very good short stroke. And a lot of his base hits we've seen in his time as a Cardinal go towards right field or the right side of the infield. Not much of a power guy, hitting just 167. The 1-2 delivery is high for a ball, 2-2. One thing about Eric Fryer is he is going to be prepared and he's going to hustle. Every ball he hits, he runs out hard, and he's very good on the base pass. Fast for a catcher. The 2-2 delivery is bounced to the left side, foul. And the Diamondbacks don't want him to hit the ball the other way, so they crowded him on that delivery. Final game of three-game series. The Cardinals lost the first one, won here last night, both one-run games. And we're in the third inning, and just one hit so far. That was Jed Jerko. Next delivery is a called strike on the inside corner, and it throws Fryer for the second strikeout for Corbin. We're rooting for every Cards rally, folks, because any size drink and on the run is 50 cents the day after the Cardinals score 6. Enjoy your drink with their fresh on-the-way cafe, snack, and sandwich options. Available in your nearest on the run. You earned it. Lance Lynn hitting just .083. Every once in a while we'll run into a base hit, but that's not his forte. He takes strike one. Both pitchers so far have had the low pitch count as they both try to get deep into the game. Curveball misses outside, 1-1. It'll be very interesting to see who the Cardinals use in the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings if Lance Lynn does not last that long, and that rarely happens these days with any starting pitcher. Swing and a miss. Lance waved at that pitch. He's a little disappointed in himself. But he has one strike left. Just 2 hits on the season, one of them a double. He set up inside, and he fouls that delivery off. He protects the inside corner very well. And he'll get another delivery from Corbin. We mentioned he was the All-Star for the D-backs in 2013. He was voted their best player. Former second-round pick by the Angels in 2009. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, curveball, and it was a beauty. Lance Lynn goes down on strike, so 2 straight strikeouts for Corbin. And back to the top of the order in Matt Carpenter, who will take his time getting to the plate, giving Lance a breather. After being drafted by the Angels, he was eventually traded, along with a number of other prospects, to the Diamondbacks for Dan Herron, who now works for the D-backs. Special assistant to the general manager here and originally drafted by the Cardinals, Dan Herron. Had a really good career. Strike one to Matt Carpenter. Again, a lot of strikes in this game. So if you want offense and action in that direction, it's been the wrong game so far. Just a double for Jerko, and that's about it. If you like strikes and good pitching and good defense, we've had some of that in the first couple of innings here. Steven Piscotty, a terrific play in right field to rob Eric Goldschmidt of a double. 1-1 to Carpenter as they'll throw out that baseball that was in the dirt. Matt has 14 home runs and 40 RBIs. He flew out to right on a half swing. He's just 1 for 8 against Corbin in his career. Tough lefty because he has a good slider. And there it is outside. Very sharp slider. That misses the outside corner. 2-1. Corbin grew up in New York. But he's pitching in the desert. Part of a pretty good rotation here in Arizona. Slider misses low. 3-1. And again, as we've mentioned in this series, the Cardinals have avoided their two best, at least this season so far, Robbie Ray and Zach Greinke. And they're hoping to win the series with a victory here today. Counts in Matt's favor, 3-1, swinging a foul. As he was looking for a center cut fastball, he got a pitch in on him just a bit and fouled it off. And you hear the noise, and it's for no apparent reason other than the scoreboard says to make noise. So now that's over. And the 3-2 pitch is forthcoming. Swinging a foul through a slider on that 3-2 pitch, and Matt Carpenter is asking our home plate umpire, did I swing at ball 4?
That was pretty close.
I think if it's close, you have to go for it,
You have to swing.
Sam Holbrook is the crew chief, and he is behind the plate today. We've had a good wide strike zones in the first 2 games of this series. All for it. The 3-2 delivery to Carpenter. Bounce to the right side. Goldschmidt hardly drops a ground ball. He is a Gold Glover, and he takes it himself to retire the Cardinals and Matt Carpenter. 1-2-3 here in the third. Off to the bottom of the third. No score from Arizona.
Say hello to summer with Champagne Surplus. Right now, save up to 30% on the North Face, Osprey, Keen, and more great brands. Whether you're going on a 4th of July camping trip, backpacking the Appalachian Trail, or just enjoying a drink downtown, Champagne Surplus has everything you need for an adventurous, stylish summer. From backpacks and tents to sundresses and sandals, they've got you covered. So don't miss the Hello Summer Sale at Champagne Surplus, 303 South Neal Street, downtown Champaign.
Hanson's Auto Repair in Urbana is a family-owned and operated full-service garage. For over 40 years, they've offered friendly atmosphere, quality work, and reasonable prices. Whether it's an oil change, brake service, or engine replacement, Hanson's Auto does it all. They're a locally owned dealer who cares, providing fast, comprehensive, and expert service. Family-owned, operated, and trusted since 1966. Hanson's Auto Repair, 1202 East Washington in Urbana. Open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Visit them online at hansonsautorepair.com.
There's never been a better time to stop smoking and switch to vaping. To save money you're spending on cigarettes, to experience new flavors, new selection, and new savings. There's never been a better time to stop in and see the difference at Vapors E-Cigs LLC. Vapors E-Cigs has the most knowledgeable and caring staff, inviting atmosphere, along with the best prices on juice and hardware. They also have an amazing reward system to help you earn savings along the way, including discounts on juices, coils, and even 70% off a kit. Now's definitely the time to stop by Vapors E-Cigs LLC.
Bunny's Tavern is your home for the 2017 Chicago Cubs. Nothing beats watching baseball over an ice-cold beer, so enjoy $14 mix-and-match domestic buckets and $6 PBR pitchers 7 days a week. You'll catch every minute of Cubs action on Bunny's 10 big-screen TVs, whether you're inside or enjoying the largest patio in Urbana. With delicious daily lunch and dinner specials, come check out what people in Champaign-Urbana have been whispering about for over 80 years. Bunny's Tavern in downtown Urbana, your home for the 2017 Chicago Cubs.
Chris Iannetta doing the catching here this afternoon for the Diamondbacks. He leads off. He has 8 home runs, hitting in the 7th spot. And he takes a fastball outside ball 1 from Lance Lynn. Iannetta, Ketel Marte, and Patrick Corbin for the D-backs in the third. 6 up, 6 down so far for Lance Lynn, who has looked sharp, pounding a lot of strikes. 1-0 pitch is fouled back. Very healthy cut. And Lance may have gotten away with a pitch up in the zone. Ionetta can hurt you if you make a mistake. A lot of this D-back lineup can. Cardinals are fairly deep in the outfield. They have Martinez in left, Grichuk in center, and Piscotty in right. Off-speed delivery is low, 2-1. Took a little off that pitch, a little sinker, and missed the inside corner. Tommy Pham getting the rest today. The Cardinals have Pham and Molina resting. On the right side of their bench, Luke Voigt and Greg Garcia on the left side. Next delivery, way outside, 3-1. As Lance did not look comfortable in that delivery. Just one hit so far, that was Jed Jerko. Leading off the second inning, the Cardinals weren't able to advance him. They were able to advance him, in fact. Martinez did, but they couldn't advance him to home as DeYoung struck out and Alex Mejia bounced out. Swing and a fly ball to center field, and that is way up in the air. It'll come down eventually, and it does, into the glove of Randall Grichuk, who one-hands it for out number 1 in the bottom of the third inning. With 7 million clients and more than 14,000 financial advisors, how did Edward Jones get so big? By not acting that way. It's a big difference, and it's another way Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Ketel Marte has talent and a pretty catchy walk-up tune. Not familiar with that song, but clearly he is. He's a all-star. He's from the Dominican Republic and an all-star in AAA. Just got called up yesterday when Nick Ahmed had his hand broken by an inside pitch. Strike 1 to Marte, who's a switch hitter batting from the left side. Lance Lynn delivers on the outside corner, 0-2. Lance again has not gone 6 innings, a full 6 innings in his last 6 starts. Strong enough to do it, but the pitch count low is what matters. Trying to finish off Marte. Fryer has given him the sign. Swing and a line drive down the left field line past Jerko. As Marte stuck his bat out, and he's flying into second base with a stand-up double. Well, they went away with Marte, and he was looking for it. And it got a little bit too much of the plate. And he laced it into the left field corner. And he's in scoring position for Corbin, the pitcher, who hits from the left side. 6 left-handers in the lineup against Lance Lynn. And Torey Lovello, a UCLA graduate, did his homework against Lance Lynn. Right-handers are hitting just 183 against Lance. So he stacked all the lefties against the Cardinal right-hander, who's peering in to Fryer for the sign. Set at the belt, checks the runner, and delivers home and low to Corbin. Corbin looks like he knows what he's doing at the plate, but he's hitting just .071. So we'll see what happens when he swings the bat.
He's 2 for 28 and has struck out half of his at-bats.
Well, looks can be deceiving. Can't judge a book by its cover, or apparently a pitcher by how he stands at the plate. He looks good so far, and now the pitch comes in. Yeah, he does look a little shaky, but he takes it high, 2-0. And you don't want to walk this guy, to be sure. Gregor Blanco would hit next. And you'd like to make sure David Peralta doesn't bat in this inning because he has hit Lance Lynn well. Don't want him coming up with runners on base. Pretty big lead for Marte. Looks like he wants to run, not going, swinging a foul over the D-backs dugout, and it's into the second row over the dugout, and that's been a busy place in this series. We had a gentleman that was hit by a line drive and haven't heard how his condition is. He was able to walk off, but was not a pretty moment, and there have been a number of line drives hit right over their dugout. I'm just saying, I wouldn't buy that seat. Certainly wouldn't put my kid in that seat. Although my kids have better reflexes than me at the moment, so maybe I would. Certainly not a young kid. The 2-1 pitch is high, 3-1. And Lance Lynn is in danger of walking a pitcher who's hitting .071. Cardinals are very shallow in the outfield. Marte, who runs well, is the runner at second base. He's the first base runner for the D-backs in this game. Nice crowd. They're still filing in. The 3-1 pitch is swung on and fouled off to the left, and that goes up into the middle row, and a nice play by a fan there. Bobbled it, stayed with it, made the play. Patrick Corbin has worked a full count against his counterpart, Lance Lynn, who's working in his third inning. Corbin has allowed just 2 Cardinal base runners, 1 walk, 1 hit allowed, and he struck out 3 Cardinals. The 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. He came back to get him. So you can add another strikeout, John, to that list of strikeouts for Corbin. And that brings in Gregor Blanco, who bounced out to Carpenter to lead things off for the D-backs in the first. Cardinals with not much offense here. Well, very little offense through the first 3 innings, but that's really what happened here last night. They were able to win the game 4-3 after scoring 3 runs in the 4th inning against the starter, Zach Godley. I thought pitched a terrific game. Gave up just 2 hits. But the Cardinals were 9 up, 9 down through the first 3 innings. Not much different here this afternoon. So we'll hope for more of the same when we see Grichuk, Piscotty, and Jerko in the Cardinals' 4th. First pitch is fouled back by Blanco, who took a healthy cut at it. And he has surely been struggling lately.
He's 0 for his last 18.
Ooh. I thought the D-backs had a couple of bad at-bats in the 9th inning against Trevor Rosenthal. We didn't really get into that as far as the D-backs were concerned. We were trying to hope for the best from Trevor Rosenthal, but Blanco's at-bat would have been one of them. Next pitch is a little bit low, I guess.
Oh, my, right down the middle.
But there were some at-bats that came in that 9th inning where I thought they were over-anxious against Trevor Rosenthal when he was not throwing strikes. Ray Fuentes flew out on a 3-1 pitch, and just thought they were expanding their zone a little too over-anxious against a pitcher who was struggling. And certainly Trevor was, but found a way to get his 4th save. Lance Lynn backs off the rubber, goes to the rosin bag, and looks up at the scoreboard and checks out all those numbers on the board. It's a big, huge scoreboard in center field. Looked at Blanco's picture, his numbers, his bio. Now he's staring him down at the plate. The 1-1 delivery, here it comes, a little bit low, 2-1. Sometimes the pitcher, John, just looks around for no apparent reason, just to kind of reorient himself. You kind of look at the big picture, then you zero back in at the little focused target of the catcher's glove.
Well, that is a big picture of Blanco in center field.
I'll say. Two and one to Gregor Blanco, who's playing center field. Off-speed pitch low as Lynn spinned off of that delivery, which he occasionally does, and again showing the kind of the awkward movements like, well, maybe I don't feel right, and just fussy. He's a fussy pitcher. That's what he is.
On the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center scoreboard, bottom of the first, Washington has tied the game 1-1 with the Cubs.
Ross and Lester going in that game. 3-1 delivery to Blanco. Here it comes. A fly ball hit hard center field. Back goes Grichuk to the track, and it's off the wall. Blanco has doubled off the center field wall, driving in Marte, and the D-backs break on to the scoring board. 1-0 Arizona. That hit halfway up the center field wall, 407 feet to straightaway center. And Arizona draws first blood. But a long way to go here. And this is a guy you worry about. David Peralta hit the ball hard in the first inning, backed Grichuk up to the center field wall. And Fryer's going to go out and chat with Lance Lynn, remind him of that. Let's pause for station identification. You're listening to the St. Louis Cardinals Baseball Network.
You're listening to Cardinals Baseball on ESPN Radio 93.5 WSJK Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana. Brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window. Quality since 1955. Visit them at kramersiding.com.
Blanco the runner at second. Peralta at the plate. First pitch, low, ball one. Two doubles in the inning. Marte and Blanco. And I expect we're going to have another close ball game here. We've had two close ones. Swinging a foul back. Peralta just a bit out in front of that. The hips went, the hands went, and the ball wasn't there yet. And he was able to get a bat on it and foul it straight back. More noise being asked for here by that large scoreboard in center field. And if you can't read the numbers or the names on that scoreboard, you really need to check your prescription or your eyeglasses. Swinging a foul back, and it's just below me.
I thought you had it.
I didn't want to break a hand, so I didn't go for it.
Yeah, I thought you had that one.
I could have reached out. It was literally a foot in front of me, but I'm just trying to stay focused. Just trying to stay focused.
Could have the key words.
Could have, but didn't. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Well, maybe you'll hit me another one. I'll try for the next one.
Famous last words.
I was really thinking about not wanting to break a finger while I was doing play-by-play. I thought that would be bad form. I've seen enough people get hurt on foul balls. It was in my mind for sure. The 1-2 delivery from Lance ties him up and strikes him out. Awkward swing for Peralta, was not expecting the cutter in. Lance Lynn strands one runner at least, but the Diamondbacks get on the scoreboard. Back-to-back doubles, or two doubles in the inning, Marte and Blanco. And they strand their first runner, but take the lead. Off to the fourth, 1-0 Arizona.
At Shelter Insurance, we know landlords have to keep up with their renters, even if they're related.
Mom, Dad, we just dropped by to pick up your
rent check.
I'm running a little short this month.
Not everything works as smoothly as Shelter's renter's policy. It helps cover stuff in case of fire, theft, and more.
What if I just moved back into my old room?
Oh, you mean Dad's new man cave?
Oh, man.
Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
See Shelter Insurance agent Vicki Kreidel-Frank in Monticello today.
Keep your eye on the ball, sweetie.
Hey, do you think the kids would want apple or orange juice after the game?
Why are you looking at juices on your phone?
I'm ordering online delivery from Schnucks.
Schnucks delivers?
They do now. I go online, pick out what I want, and they do the shopping for me.
Wow, that's so easy.
Plus, Schnucks delivers anywhere. At home, at work, even at the Little League field. So we don't have to miss a thing.
Schnucks now delivers fresh groceries and can be at your door in as little as 1 hour. You order, we shop, we deliver. Sign up at schnucksdelivers.com.
We, the entertainment-loving people, demand the best unlimited wireless plan ever from AT&T.
I thought I raised you better than to make demands like that.
You know what? We want even more than that. We want AT&T to give us unlimited entertainment.
What else do you want, a flying car?
Well, maybe HBO included in our plan.
How about a unicorn?
And we want to watch all our favorite shows without paying overages.
Good luck with that.
And we want all of this, plus we want to save $25 on our monthly DirecTV bill.
But you can save me $25?
Well, yeah.
I'm proud of you, son.
Only AT&T offers you unlimited data with HBO included and never pay overages. Visit your local AT&T store and get AT&T Unlimited Plus, our best wireless deal on unlimited data. Plus, save $25 per month on DirecTV. It's entertainment your way.
After 22 gigabytes of data usage, AT&T may slow speeds. Plan includes Stream Saver and videos will stream in standard definition unless you turn it off. $25 DirecTV savings requires AT&T Unlimited Plus. Credits start within 3 bills. Service prices subject to change. Other usage, speed, fees, charges, and restrictions apply. See att.com/unlimited for details.
Randall Grichuk leads off, fouls the first pitch off to the right. Grichuk, Piscotty, and Jerko to face Corbin. Top of the fourth inning, 1-0 D-backs. Two doubles in the bottom of the third inning. The rookie Ketel Marte, who was just recalled from AAA, and Gregor Blanco. Off-speed pitch is taken for a strike by Grichuk, who looks back at our home plate umpire. and asks him if he's sure about that, and he is. 0-2. Next delivery to Grichuk is a jam shot towards right, and it's going to drop for a base hit. Grichuk has hit a lot of balls without luck in this series, but that jam shot produces a base hit to right. He's aboard for Piscotty.
Well, don't all those line drives and those things that are caught even out?
Well, depends on who you ask.
I proposed that to Carlton Fisk one day, and he said, yeah, it would if everybody hit 500. No, they don't even out.
Well, even is they don't really mean even, do they? I guess the idea is sometimes you hit it hard at somebody, and sometimes you just get a hit you don't deserve. Although, when you get a hit like Grichuk just got you on, we both have seen that. That involves strength. It involves hitting and spoiling off the pitcher's pitch, so he still earned it. He didn't hit it hard, but he earned it. Fastball way out of the zone to Piscotty, 1-0.
Boy, did that sail.
Corbin was a little too worried about Grichuk. I mentioned his ability to hold runners. He went 22 starts in the big leagues without allowing a stolen base in his career. Only one pitcher in baseball holds runners better than he does. Missing outside 2-0 to Piscotty. That's Chris Tillman with Baltimore. Very, very hard to steal against. Well, maybe the Cardinals will have a big fourth inning as they did here last night. Could be their inning. Corbin set and the 2-0 pitch to Piscotty way outside, and I think the Cardinals did something by getting him out of the stretch. He did work out of the stretch some in the second inning after the leadoff double. He had to get 3 outs out of the stretch, in fact. But he's a little bit awkward here, at least the first 3 deliveries, to Stephen Piscotty.
But in that inning, he didn't have a runner at first base.
Correct. Misses with 4 straight pitches. Piscotty works the walk. Cardinals have 2 runners aboard with nobody out. Jerko coming up, and not only that, but we also get to read the disclaimer. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the St. Louis Cardinals, LLC. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be
disseminated
without the express written consent of the St. Louis Cardinals. Brought to you by
Brown
and Crouppen,
a
great
law
firm.
Not sure that was the disclaimer of all disclaimers, but
it was adequate.
We got through it.
Sometimes you just have to go with what you have that
That's
day.
a day game after the night game, remember?
That's right. Conversation on the mound. Imagine that. Mike Butcher has made his way to the mound, and I certainly understand this conversation about how do you want to defend Jerko and how do you want to attack him and where do you put the infielders. Assume they would be at double play depth. And he's going to try to get Jerko to hit a ground ball, but he's more of a fly ball hitter by nature, as he likes to see how far he can hit it. And he's hit it over the wall 12 times. Wouldn't that be nice? 2 runners aboard, first pitch. Nope, the inside move. And Grichuk not fooled. He's the runner at second. Grichuk and Piscotty aboard. For the cleanup hitter, Jed Jerko. He doubled in the second inning and was left stranded at third. Jose Martinez will bat next. First pitch to Jerko is a breaking pitch, a called strike, a beauty. He's got a really good slider. The break is sharp. It's late. He may even call it a curveball, but it's in between a curve and a slider, but it is sharp. That's an equalizer for Corbin after 4 straight fastballs missed the zone with Piscotty. Next pitch, swing and a miss on another slider. Well, the fastball wasn't working, so he used another sign. And he's 0-2 on Jerko, has 39 RBIs. And he's slugging .521. He's been a consistent hitter and a consistent defender for the Cardinals this year. After breaking spring training without the promise of playing time or a starting job, he's right in the middle of this Cardinals lineup. The 0-2 delivery, another breaking pitch, low, 1-2. Getting a steady diet of those.
Well, I can't blame Corbin at all. He got Jerko to reach for 2 out of the strike zone, but not the third one.
So what do they say? Sometimes you go to the well too many times. Sometimes you can go to the slider too many times and hang one. The 1-2 pitch, here it comes. Slider is a base hit to left field. Grichuk is being held at third as the left fielder, Herman, got on that ball very quickly and got it in quickly. And the Cardinals have the bases loaded and nobody out as Jerko delivers a base hit to left. Keep that line in the fourth inning moving.
Well, with one out, I think he would have been sent.
Yep.
But with nobody out and Martinez up, and Jose did such a good job the last time up moving a runner along, let's see if he can get the ball in the air here.
In this series, I have seen outfielders on both teams charge the ball, come up throwing hard, better than I've seen outfield play all season long.
And perhaps maybe better outfield play in this series than we've seen in over a year.
I would agree. It's been impressive, both teams. Jose Martinez, ground ball left side, base hit. Grichuk will score now, and here comes Piscotty. A throw to the plate is wide. The Cardinals take the lead 2-1 as Jose Martinez delivers.
And the line is moving. Nobody out first and second. Martinez jumped all over the pitch. And again, I love the way Piscotty makes that military turn at third base. He cuts that corner, giving himself probably an extra step or two headed toward the plate, where some may go wide around the bag. He certainly does not.
Smart base running. Well, I'm sure they learned in one of his engineering classes that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. And that's what you're saying. That's what he does. Cuts the corner well. Doesn't seem to lose speed as he does it.
Not at all.
And the Cardinals have jumped on top. What is it about the fourth inning? Whatever it is, we like it.
Second time around the lineup.
There you go. They've seen Corbin a second time. DeYoung, base hit to center. Jerko doesn't read it well, but he's going to make it to third. He thought that ball was going right to the shortstop, so he's not able to score. But DeYoung gets the fourth hit of the inning, and the Cardinals are not done yet. And that line is indeed moving.
And the Cardinals are swinging early against Corbin here.
So Alex Mejia, it's his turn. And an opportunity to get his first major league hit. He bounced out to short in the second inning, and Corbin's a little shell-shocked at the moment. Already had a mound visit, so you can't have another one.
Well, single walk, single.
And that last ball was hit hard by DeYoung, who's now hitting 8 straight games. 2-1 St. Louis. They're still batting in the fourth inning. They have the bases loaded and nobody out. Alex Mejia, who went to the University of Arizona, has a chance to get his first major league hit in Arizona. Outfield is fairly shallow for Mejia. The infield is back, and they're fairly back at the corners, too. Both Goldschmidt at first and Lamb, the third baseman, they're conceding a run. So on the ground, should be a run. First pitch to Mejia is grounded to the left side, foul. Pretty good cut as he was jumping on that first delivery from Corbin. Cardinals had just one hit first time through the lineup. And they picked up 4 in the top of the fourth inning alone. They've already scored twice, threatening for more. Corbin gets his sign from the catcher Iannetta. The left-hander comes set and delivers home. Off-speed pitch, misses outside. That was not very sharp. That was a bit of a spinner. And that's one thing we said, John. When you throw a lot of breaking balls in one inning, sometimes they get flatter and flatter.
And then one side of the baseball gets flat.
Absolutely. I know the feeling. Alex Mejia, maybe first big league hit. Corbin steps off. He wants another sign. Mejia, as we mentioned, was an all-star playing for Springfield in Double-A. Mejia not wearing batting gloves. We don't see too many players do that. The 1-1 pitch to Mejia is popped up towards the right field line, going towards the line, and it is caught by the right fielder, and he gets the ball into home quickly as Jerko wasn't tagging, and I think that's wise. Very shallow right field, good arm by Peralta, so Mejia flies out to right, No runners advance. And the runners had a difficult decision to make there because was it fair? Was it foul? Was it going to drop? Was he going to catch it? A lot of things going on there. But everybody stood ground and didn't allow themselves to get picked off. Peralta caught that ball in fair territory and threw a one-hop strike to the plate.
Eric Fryer has come through in situations like this, even though it's been a tough June. 3 out of 28 with 2 RBIs.
Time to break out of that for Eric Fryer. Corbin trying to work out of this jam. Throws a strike right down the middle to Fryer with a fastball. 0-1. Fryer went to Ohio State University and plays for a manager that went to Michigan. You'd think they would have trouble getting along, but they went to the same high school at least. So I guess that helps. And he's a good catcher. Matheny certainly appreciates that. Curveball's a strike. Fryer let it go. It hit the outside corner, so he's 0-2. Fryer needs to put the ball in play somehow right here. Corbin's going to try for the strikeout, so I'm guessing going to throw a hook. Aiming for that back foot of the hitter Fryer. Not literally his back foot, but to have it break down and in as if towards the back foot of the right-handed batting Fryer. So the catcher is going to have to be sure-handed. And he may cross all of us up and throw a fastball. Iannetta asks for time. Corbin steps off again. They're trying to get straight on how they want to attack Eric Fryer 0-2. Bases loaded. 2-1 Cardinals. They're batting in the 4th inning. Just 1 out. Fryer at the plate. And the 0-2 delivery is inside. It was a fastball. Backed him off the plate. 1-2.
Now look for the dipsy-do pitch.
So if it's a curveball, it's Uncle Charlie. If it's a slider, I guess it's
Uncle Sid.
Uncle Sam? You can't really call him Uncle Sam, can we? That's taken. Well, I'm looking slider, whatever we call it. And the 1-2 delivery is a fastball just missing the inside corner, and he froze Fryer again. That's how he struck him out, John, in the 3rd inning. Had him looking off speed and buzzed the fastball just on the inside corner, but he missed there. 2-2.
Sometimes after taking a pitch like that, good things happen.
I like the way you're thinking. Cardinals could use more runs here in the 4th inning to support Lance Lynn, who is on deck. Again, the pitcher Corbin steps off, and they go through the signs again. Very interesting that they're having trouble with the signs. Iannetta flashes some more. Corbin gets the message, and the 2-2 pitch is popped up behind home plate and out of play. So we'll do it again. Cardinals have 2 runs on 5 hits. Arizona 1 run on 2 hits against Lance Lynn. Each team has left 1 man on base. Cardinals don't want to leave these 3 on base. Alex Mejia flew out to right for the first out of the inning with Jerko, Martinez, and DeYoung aboard. Now Fryer trying to drive somebody in with this 2-2 pitch. Here it is in the dirt, ball 3. They check on the appeal. He did not go on the check swing, and I think they made the right call there. Or maybe they didn't, as I watch it on the replay. Well, let's not watch that again. Full count to Eric Fryer. Chance for damage. Outfield bunches him in the gaps. They give him the right field line. That's where he liked to hit the ball. How about a little line drive to right field? The 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Blew a fastball by him about letter high, and Fryer struck out twice. So it's up to Lance Lynn if the Cardinals are going to score. He may have chased ball 4. Hard to lay off, though, when it's a full count. Lance Lynn struck out in the 3rd inning. 4 strikeouts now for Corbin, and this would be some job for him to get through just 2 runs in this inning after the way it started. Cardinals could use more. Maybe Lance Lynn will run into one. Little base hit, Lance? Not on that pitch. It's a slider for a strike. Lynn looking for his first RBI of the season. It's got to happen sometime. Might as well happen on June 29th, 2017, a Thursday afternoon in Phoenix, Arizona. Next delivery, swing and a miss. No, not yet. Corbin going for the knockout blow here. He's 0-2 on Lynn, who gets a little bit closer to the plate. He's deep in the box. And he's ready for Corbin. Corbin again doesn't like the sign. Again steps off and asks Iannetta to go through the signs again. That's about the 5th time he's done that this inning. How hard is this? It's 0-2 on the pitcher, for goodness sakes. Looking for the sign. Again doesn't like it. And he calls the catcher out to have a conversation on how to handle an 0-2 pitch to Lance Lynn. My goodness. I think there's a lot of good choices here, don't you think?
Locations, choices.
I mean, you could throw the fastball, you could throw the slider, I mean, whatever. The 0-2 pitch, he's ready now, here it comes, and he throws it in the dirt. All that indecision almost led to a wild pitch.
Maybe a hit batter.
Right. We used to say playing cards, not that I was playing, I was always watching people play, because you wouldn't want to be doing that, John, but the old saying was, think long, think wrong. I'm not sure that's true, but we used to say it anyway.
Well, Corbin came close there.
Well, they're sure on this delivery. The 1-2 pitch is a swing and a miss. How hard was that? The strikeout of Lynn ends the inning. The Cardinals pick up 2. They strand 3 in the inning. 4 hits for St. Louis. And the big blow, a 2-run single for Jose Martinez. Go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Cardinals now lead the D-backs 2-1.
Hey fans, Saturday, July 1st, the Cardinals host the Washington Nationals. 30,000 fans ages 16 and older will have the opportunity to take home a wearable 1942 World Series ring courtesy of Edward Jones. It's the 75th anniversary of the 1942 World Series champions, and you can take home the wearable ring on July 1st. Tickets are available at cardinals.com/promotions. There's only one Cardinals baseball.
Your life is a daily planner page, filled to the minute, with no time for the flu, your kid's soccer injury, or a long wait in the ER. Mercy Urgent Care is open 7 days a week and most evenings, staffed by experienced Mercy physicians, ready to treat those unplanned health events and get you back on schedule. Visit mercy.net/STL Urgent for locations and hours. Go to mercy.net/STL Urgent. At Mercy, your life is our life's work.
Someone, please explain southpaw.
Left-handed pitcher.
But why southpaw?
Ben, it's baseball slang. Don't ask. Just enjoy.
Nicole, why southpaw?
It's because most stadiums are built with the outfield in the east. You know, it keeps the sun out of the batter's eyes. Duh.
Right. The minute southpaw made sense. Marriott St. Louis Grand. Best place to take in the boys of summer. Book this minute at MarriottStLouisGrand.com to get great deals on tickets and be steps away from Busch Stadium. Let's play ball.
In the bullpen with Central Bank and the Birds on the bat.
There's something you should expect when you play the Cardinals.
What's that?
You're gonna see red.
Yeah.
Make them see red with free Cardinals checking. Sign up and score an exclusive 1982 Cardinals Championship jersey, 2 game tickets, and more. Visit cardinalschecking.com or stop by any Central Bank location.
Central Bank.
The hometown bank of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Restrictions apply. One offer per household. Incentive available while supplies last. See bank for details. Member FDIC.
Cardinals with 2 runs in the top of the 4th inning. Randall Grichuk led off with a base hit. Steven Piscotty walked. That base hit by Grichuk was on a 0-2 pitch, and he just flared it into right. Jerko singled, then Martinez singled, DeYoung singled. But then the Cardinals made 3 outs, stranding the bases loaded. They did pick up 2 runs, and they lead the Diamondbacks 2-1. Lance Lynn struck out with the bases loaded. and he will face the middle of the lineup, and here's a big test for him. Goldschmidt, Lamb, and Owings in the fourth. Goldschmidt flew out to right. Very good play by Stephen Piscotty. Big gap in right center against Goldschmidt, and he takes ball one. 407 to straightaway center. It's 413 deep in the power alleys. 376 in both power alleys, both right and left. And 335 down the right field line, 330 down the left field line. Next delivery is low, 1-1. As Lynn has looked pretty good here this afternoon. He did give up a run in the third inning, 2 doubles. But other than that, he's been sharp. No walks, and he has struck out 3 Diamondbacks. Next pitch is hit high and deep to center field. Back goes Grichuk to the track, to the wall, and this ball is gone straight away center field. Big fly Goldschmidt, his 19th of the season. 19th home run given up by Lance Lynn this season, and we're tied at 2. I'll tell you what was impressive about that home run is I didn't even think he got all of it. He didn't get all of it, and he hit it to center field. The yellow line here goes high above the wall, the basic wall in center field. Then there's a kind of a cement wall above that, and that's where the yellow line is. And some seats above that, and that was a long home run to center for Goldschmidt. So we're tied at 2, and Lynn delivers a strike. In at the knees to Jake Lamb, who bounced out to Carpenter in the second inning. 66 RBIs for Goldschmidt. He leads the National League. 69 runs scored. He leads the National League. Swing and a foul. I always thought that runs scored is the least referenced in one of the most important stats in baseball. I think a guy who has the ability to score runs, and you understand that that has something to do with your teammates, etc., but good players know how to drive runs in and score runs, and he's doing both. 19th home run of the season for Goldschmidt. 4th in the league in batting. What else can we say about it? There's a called strike 3 to Lamb as Lance Lynn threw one right down the middle, and he couldn't pull the trigger. I'm not sure what he was looking for. That's strikeout number 4 for Lance, and now he'll face Chris Owings, the second baseman. Join the official St. Louis Cardinals away game watch party at Ballpark Village on the 15th of July. The first 500 fans will receive a Cardinals canvas bag. Visit STLBallparkVillage.com to see the complete list of dates and giveaways. Lynn into his delivery. Grounder to the left side. 2-hopper handled by Jerko. Gets rid of it quickly and just barely throws out Owings, who runs well.
Lance Lynn has given up as many home runs as Paul Goldschmidt has hit.
And I believe Lance has given up the most home runs he's ever given up in his career as well.
That's 19 now.
It's been a year for that for Lance. He gave up 21 one year, but he was pitching for Memphis at the time. At the big league level, the most home runs that Lance has ever given up was 16, and that came in 2012. Lance that year was 18-7, and he gave up 16 home runs. This year he's already, as we mentioned, given up 19. Ball 1 to Chris Herman, who flew out to left. Lynn trying to finish the inning here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Check swing on a cutter in, and he didn't go, and it's not a strike, 2-0. The D-backs are 4th in the National League in team batting average at .266. They score a ton of runs. Second best ERA in the National League. They are just a good, solid team. Swing and a nice play by the shortstop DeYoung, who bounces up and throws out Herman. What a terrific play that was by the Cardinals shortstop DeYoung. A line drive past Lynn. He dove up the middle, got it on one hop, bounced up, and threw out Herman. Put a star by that one. Terrific play by DeYoung, the Cardinals shortstop. Lance Lynn gives up a home run to Goldschmidt, but works a 1-2-3 inning after that. We go to the 5th inning. John Rooney will have it for you. We're tied at 2 in Arizona.
Hey, it's Stevie J. Have the roof your home deserves. For your next roofing project, why don't you go with Roof Doctors, a locally owned and family-operated business for over 25 years. They use superior materials. They're a certified shingle contractor, so they can offer a 50-year non-prorated full system warranty, and they won't loan your work out to subcontractors. Hey, Roof Doctors has worked on my home, and the results are fantastic. But don't just take it from me. With an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau, Roof Doctors has plenty of satisfied customers. Get a free quote at roofdoctorsco.com.
Welcome back to How Well Do You Know Your Meat? Now back to the trivia. The freshest meat comes from your local grocery store. True or false?
True.
No. Contestant number 2.
It's false. The freshest meat in town comes from the U of I Meat Sales Room off of Florida Avenue in Urbana.
Yes, that's correct. You're a winner.
For the freshest cuts of meat in town, visit the U of I Meat Sales Room. Open Tuesday and Thursday from 1 to 5:30 and Friday from 8 until 1. Just off Florida on South Maryland in Urbana.
You can fly Champaign. You can fly Willard Airport. You can fly Champaign. You can fly. Our airport is your doorway to the sky. So pack your things, spread your wings. You got business to do. People who expect you. You can fly Champaign. You can fly Willard Airport.
The deals keep going in June at Ford of Hoopston and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Hoopston. At Ford, save up to $11,000 on the popular Ford F-150 and up to $6,000 off Ford Explorer. At Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, get a Jeep Cherokee up to $6,000 off, or Jeep Renegade has $5,000 in savings. Chrysler Pacificas have up to $2,750 in savings, and Ram trucks as much as $6,250 in incentives. Near the intersection of Routes 1 and 9 in Hoopston, or online at HoopstonChrysler.com or FordofHoopston.com.
On the first pitch of inning number 5, a pop-up on the left side of the infield for Matt Carpenter. That's hauled in by Jake Lamb. One down in the 5th inning, and Carpenter is 0 for 3, facing the left-hander Patrick Corbin. Here's Randall Grichuk. Grichuk started the 2-run 4th inning with a looping single to right field. Randall has been on with a walk and that base hit. Grichuk and Piscotty scored on a base hit from Jose Martinez. A 2-2 game in the 5th. Randall takes a pitch, about belt high for a strike from Corbin. The Cardinals could have more than 2 runs. They had the bases loaded, nobody out. But Mejia hit a fly ball too short in right field to score a run. There's a foul off to the left for Grichuk, going 2. Eric Fryer struck out on a 3-2 pitch, and Lance Lynn struck out, leaving the bases full in the 4th inning. With a runner at 3rd and 1 out in inning number 2, Paul DeYoung struck out, and Alex Mejia grounded out. The 0-2 pitch, check swing, breaking pitch in the dirt, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Randall has 6 home runs and 23 RBIs. Since coming back from the minor leagues, he has 5 hits in 19 at-bats with 2 home runs. He takes strike 3 on the outside corner. 6 strikeouts for Corbin. Now Stephen Piscotty, a double play ball, a walk, a run scored for Stephen, and a great diving catch early in the game. A pop-up to 3rd and a strikeout. Our game today is brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. The pitch, Piscotty takes a slider for a strike. There you go, Rick. There's a card for you.
I thought you were giving me a Budweiser. I was listening to your words.
Here's a pitch taken low for a ball. Stephen Piscotty has hit 6 home runs. The pitch, off speed outside, 2-1. Stephen had a 2-home run day against the Orioles on the 18th at Camden Yards. He has not homered since. The 2-1. A swing and a foul back to the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 5 in a row have been set down since Paul DeYoung's base hit. That was a shot up the middle. Jed Jerko thought it was going to be caught by a middle infielder and didn't get a good break away from second base. But that loaded the bases. The base hit by Paul DeYoung. And then 3 outs in a row. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right field. Peralta's on the move in fair territory, makes the catch. One right fielder takes care of the other. The Cardinals go in order in the fifth. We're halfway through the game, 2-2 in Arizona.
Listen up, Cardinals fans. Subway restaurants invite you to play along with the Subway 6th Inning Special. At today's game, when the Cardinals score in the 6th inning, we'll reveal the secret word for you to text to score a great deal from Subway restaurants. It's the 6th Inning Special, only from Subway. Text to score a great deal from Subway restaurants. Limited time only at participating restaurants. Express written consent required for SMS program.
I'm here to tell you about the locally owned and operated independent tire dealers. When I need tires, they always take care of me, and I know they'll take care of you too. They have lots of brands for you, including Bridgestone, Firestone, Toyo, and Kumho. There are over 50 locations in the St. Louis area on both sides of the river. These ITD guys are your hometown tire team, and they've been doing business locally for over 75 years and plan on being in town for another 75. You can find a dealer near you at itdroll.com or call 877-ITD-ROLL.
All right, Squibs.
It doesn't take a lot
Drop and give me one
to earn it. Just 50 cents gets you any size drink the day after the card scores 6. Only at On the Run. You earned it.
Let's start with a deep breath in.
It doesn't take a lot.
See you next week.
To earn it. Just 50 cents gets you any size drink the day after the card scores 6. Only at On the Run. You earned it.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
It's the 4th of July sale at Ace. Now through Tuesday only. Buy 2 gallons of our top paint brands, Valspar, Clark & Kensington, and Royal, and get the 3rd gallon free. That's right. Buy 2 gallons, get 1 free. Plus, the paint experts at your local Ace will ask the right questions to make sure you get everything you need for your paint project. So hurry in now for the buy 2, get 1 free paint sale, only at Ace.
Limit 2 free gallons of equal or lesser value. Prices may vary. See participating store for details.
We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Chase Field, Phoenix, Arizona, a 2-2 game. The Cardinals and Diamondbacks. Lance Lynn goes back to work, and he's facing Chris Iannetta. Iannetta looks at a low fastball, 1-0. Iannetta hit a fly ball to center field after getting ahead in the count 3-1 the first time up. He'll be followed by Ketel Marte and the pitcher, Patrick Corbin. Lynn's pitch, a swing and a foul back, 1 ball, 1 strike. The Diamondbacks scored in the 3rd. The Cardinals answered with 2, but left the bases loaded in the 4th inning. Then a home run that landed in the overhang above the warning track in center field. Paul Goldschmidt tied the game in the bottom of the 4th. The windup, the 1-1. Iannetta fouls it back to the screen, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Iannetta against Lynn, 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. 0 for 1 today with the fly out, 2 hits in the last 8 at bats, and those 2 hits doubles with 2 runs batted in. Jeff Mathis, Iannetta, and Herman are 3 catchers on the roster. Of course, Herman is playing in left field today. The 1-2 pitch. A swing and a foul out of play, going to the second level down the right field line. Looking for a degree that will hit a home run? Consider Maryville University's cybersecurity program. Bachelor's and master's degrees will prepare you to work in this high-demand industry. Learn more at maryville.edu. The outfielders play Iannetta to pull. So do the infielders. Jerko at third. DeYoung at short. Alex Mejia is playing second base. He took Aledmys Diaz's spot on the roster when Aledmys was sent down to Memphis. And Carpenter is at first. A sinker goes low and inside. Ball 2, 2-2. Jose Martinez plays left field. Randall Grichuk in center, and the right fielder is Stephen Piscotty. Iannetta leads off the 5th of a 2-2 game. Lim with the sign. Now the 2-2 pitch. Check swing, strike 3 anyway. A fastball up in the zone catches Iannetta looking. 5 strikeouts for Lynn. And with 1 away in the 5th, here is Ketel Marte.
Shortstop, Ketel Marte.
We saw Marte with Seattle last year, where he hit 250, a homer, and 33 RBIs. At Reno, he was leading all of the minor leagues in hits with 105 in 70 games. He was batting .338, 6 homers, and 41 RBIs at the time of his call-up. He looks at strike one as Lynn throws a curveball over the outside corner. Thanks, Rick. Ball with Rick Horton. Our producer engineer Jim Jackson. I'm John Rooney. There's a foul ball going back and out of play. 0-2. 1 out. A called third strike to Chris Iannetta. Patrick Corbin, the pitcher, is waiting on deck. Lynn with the sign. Pitch number 64 for him. Right down the middle. Got him looking. Cattell was not looking fastball. He got the ring up. 2 strikeouts, bringing Corbin to the plate. The Cardinals come back from this trip. They'll finish up the month of June against Washington tomorrow night. Washington on the 1st and 2nd. Miami the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. The Mets the 7th, 8th, and 9th, leading to the All-Star break. Here's a swing and a miss by Corbin. Good power sinker by Lynn. And after the break, the Cardinals will be going to Pittsburgh, the Mets, and the Cubs. And when they come home, they'll have a 7-game homestand, 3 with Colorado, 4 with these guys. Here's a foul ball back. Colorado and Arizona will be at Busch Stadium the 24th through the 30th of July. The Cardinals do not have much home baseball. We get to August and September. The 0-2 pitch. Just off the outside corner. In August, Kansas City the 8th and 9th, Atlanta 11th, 12th, 13th. San Diego the 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Tampa Bay 25th, 26th, and 27th. Those are the only home games for the Cardinals in August. Here's the 1-2 pitch with 2 outs. Corbin fouls it back to the screen. In September, Pittsburgh the 8th, 9th, and 10th. Cincinnati the 12th, 13th, and 14th. Then the Cubs for 4, Milwaukee for 3, the 25th of September through the 1st of October. So home games will be at a premium in August and September. And get your tickets right now at cardinals.com/tickets. Check out all the great promotions as well. The 1-2 pitch. This is chopped up the first baseline. Lynn gets to it. Underhands to Carpenter. Corbin is out 1-3. And Lynn has retired 6 in a row since Goldschmidt tied the game with a leadoff homer in the 4th. We had 2, inning number 6, 2-2.
Ballpark Village is the proud host of the official away game watch parties for the St. Louis Cardinals. That means even when the team is away, fans can join a sea of red. Each away game watch party features 500 premium giveaway items and an unparalleled experience with world-class audio-video presentation. On select dates, fans can even watch with Fredbird, the Busch Stadium organist, and more. It's officially the best watch party in St. Louis. For details or a list of away watch party dates, visit stlballparkvillage.com/entertainment.
It's funny how the biggest ideas can make our impact smaller. With new ways to harness data, evolutions in agriculture are putting information about land, water, and energy right at farmers' fingertips. Digital tools can help them make smarter decisions about natural resources and keep more of what the earth has given us right where it belongs. We give back by moving forward. Learn more at modernag.org.
During the Ford Summer Sales Event, get a built Ford Tough F-150 with 0% financing for 60 months, plus an additional $1,000 on top of your trade-in. Not all buyers qualify for Ford credit financing. 60 months at $1,667 per month for $1,000 finance regardless of down payment. Trade assist cash requires trade-in of 95 or newer vehicle, or lease terminated 30 days prior to or 90 days after delivery. Not available on Raptor. See dealer or go to buyfordnow.com for complete details. Take new delivery from dealer stock by July 5th, 2017.
Hello, I'm John Rooney. From a high-rise overlooking home plate to a home on the lake, if you have a home in Missouri, Farm Bureau Insurance is for you. Whether it's a farm, ranch, rental, remodel, vacation, or income property, Missouri Farm Bureau offers broad coverage and flexibility to ensure your home and that everything in it is protected. Because it's your home. And like Missouri, there's no place like it. Wherever you live, if you're a Missourian, Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance is for you. To find an agent near you, visit MOFB.com. Jed Jerko, Jose Martinez, and Paul DeYoung will try to break this 2-2 deadlock in the 6th inning here in the desert. Chase Field, Phoenix, Arizona. We have the Nationals in for a 7:15 game tomorrow night. That's the Budweiser 1967 World Series Championship beer stein. For 30,000 fans, ages 21 and older. We have some great seats available for the 7:15 game, for the 6:15 game on Saturday, and lots of great seats available for the 7:05 Sunday night game against the Nats. That will be the adult patriotic cowboy hat, 30,000 fans, ages 16 and older. And a Prairie Farms Ice Cream Sundae 2 hours prior to the game, Sunday at 7:05. Then the Marlins are in, the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. And after the Marlins, the New York Mets to wrap up the long homestand, taking us to the break. First pitch swinging, Jerko grounds it to third, and Lamb throws him out. One third baseman takes care of the other. And that's 7 straight set down since Paul DeYoung got a base hit, reloading the bases in the 4th inning.
Both starters having good games so far this afternoon. Lance Lynn, the good news for him, John, just 69 pitches through 5 innings. Again, he's had a hard time getting 6 innings complete, but it looks like, at least pitch count-wise, he's going to be able to do that. Corbin, as you mentioned, has settled down. Really just that one bad spot for him in the 4th.
Here's Martinez, and a fastball catches the inside corner. Jose made a productive out, getting Jerko to third in the 2nd inning. That was with 1 out and a missed opportunity for the Cardinals to pick up a run there, with DeYoung striking out, Mejia grounding out. Martinez takes a slider low and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Martinez delivered a 2-run single in the 4th inning. After DeYoung singled, Mejia hit a fly ball down the right field line, too shallow to score a run. Fryer and Lynn struck out, leaving the bases full. Slider outside. Martinez watched that one all the way into Chris Ionetta's mitt. 2-1. Jose is batting .287. 5 home runs, 17 RBIs. Corbin's pitch. Martinez whacks it on the ground to the shortstop. Tough hop. Played well by Marte, and he throws out Martinez.
I'll say that was a tough hop. It almost ate him up, but really quick hands, really smooth hands to get Martinez, who's always hustling down the line.
Cooper Tires is proud to present Fireworks Night Monday, July 3rd, when the Cardinals take on the Marlins. That's a 6:15 game. Bring the entire family. Make sure to stay in your seats after the game. Watch a dazzling fireworks display with the Gateway Arch as the backdrop. Get your tickets right now at Cardinals.com/promotions. Here's Paul DeYoung. DeYoung looks at a breaking ball in the dirt. A strikeout and the base hit for DeYoung, an 8-game hitting streak for him. He's 10 out of 31, 2 home runs during the streak.
It's good for a hit every game and good for a good defensive play every game, and he's had one of those already.
1-0 pitch in the dirt, ball 2. DeYoung hit a home run on the 23rd against the Pirates. He hit some home runs in Baltimore, taking advantage of the small park there at Camden Yards. A total of 5 home runs, 14 RBIs. DeYoung fouls one out of play. The Cardinals have not hit a home run in this series. That's news. They put together a pretty good streak coming in here, Ricky.
15 straight games they'd homered in, and they've not homered here. And this is really a home run hitting ballpark.
DeYoung rolls it to the third baseman. Lamb picks it on a short hop. Good throw. And that's 9 in a row set down by Patrick Corbin. 3 ground ball outs here in the 6th. The Diamondbacks come up in the home half. A 2-2 tie in Arizona.
Hi, I'm Wisconsin Tourism Secretary Stephanie Klett. We know Missouri is the show me state. Up here in Wisconsin, we have a few nicknames of our own. Some people call us the Cheese State, but others know us as the state of festivals, the state of the great outdoors, or the lake and cabin state. But more importantly, we're known as the home of summer vacations. And as we like to say, when you're having fun, we're having fun. Visit TravelWisconsin.com to learn more.
Keep your eye on the ball, sweetie.
Hey, do you think the kids would want apple or orange juice after the game?
Why are you looking at juices on your phone?
I'm ordering online delivery from Schnucks.
Schnucks delivers?
They do now. I go online, pick out what I want, and they do the shopping for me.
Wow, that's so easy.
Plus, Schnucks delivers anywhere. At home, at work, even at the Little League field. So we don't have to miss a thing.
Schnucks now delivers fresh groceries and can be at your door in as little as 1 hour. You order, we shop, we deliver. Sign up at schnucksdelivers.com.
Nothing grows like weeds, and nothing kills weeds like Roundup Weed and Grass Killer. Get Roundup at the Home Depot, the next generation of home improvement, with everything you need to do projects smarter. The Home Depot, more savings, more doing.
Summer involves a lot of driving, to camp, to work, to soccer, back home to grab what they forgot, and then back to soccer again. So wouldn't you like to know your car is up for it? Enter Hum by Verizon. Now you can check your car's health from your phone with vehicle diagnostics, drive with more peace of mind thanks to 24/7 emergency assistance, and let the kids stream and game on the go with your car's own Wi-Fi hotspot. Get Hum and get where you're going. Learn more at hum.com. Verizon Wi-Fi available on Hum X only. Data usage applies. Coverage not available everywhere. Visit vzw.com for availability.
Every morning, 40 million Americans wake up to a Gillette shave, and thousands of Gillette workers start their day at our factory in Boston, bringing you America's #1 shave at lower prices every day. Go to GilletteOnDemand.com and get your 4th order free.
The top three in the order are 2 for 6. Blanco, a double, and a home run for Paul Goldschmidt. The rest of the lineup, just one hit, a double for Ketel Marte, and he scored a run in the 3rd inning as Gregor Blanco doubled him in. Here's Gregor Blanco leading off the 6th, the 2-2 score. Lance Lynn tries to flip a breaking ball up there, a curve, and that one slipped out of his hand, missing high and outside. And Lynn looked down to the landing spot on the mound. We've seen Cardinal pitchers staring at that the last 2 days. The 1-0 offering. Inside, ball 2. Ted Drewes is open on Chippewa and on Grand. Stop in, get your favorite flavors mixed in with Ted's Frozen Custard, like the Cardinals send. Frozen custard, tart cherries, hot fudge. Get it as a concrete or a sundae. Ted Drewes, located at 6726 Chippewa or on Grand. As Ted says, it really is good guys and gals at Ted Drewes. Here's a strike 2-1 on Blanco.
I like the Reese Cup concrete.
There you go.
That is so good.
That's a good combination. You get to the fall and you get that cherry pie mixed in, or apple pie. Here's a pitch taken low. Get that apple pie mixed in right now. People who like butterscotch, I mean, check the big board. There are all kinds of combinations up there, or think up something. And
that's the hardest thing.
You don't worry about a long line either.
Nope. Make your choice quickly because you'll be at the front of the line quickly.
That line moves, and that's what the Cardinals need to do when they come up in the 7th. Here's a swing and a bounding ball foul. That goes to Dave McKay. Good hands for Dave McKay over there. Longtime first base coach for the A's, the Cardinals, and he was with the Cubs for a while. Then came back here to the desert and lives in the Phoenix area. One of the really good guys in the game in the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame. Billy Martin strongly recommended him to Tony La Russa. The 3-2, a swing, and there's a hit down the right field line. That's going to go for extra bases. The second double of the day for Blanco, and he's going to get 3 as Piscotty can't pick up the ball. He had a hard time finding a grip on it. Blanco goes to 3rd. He's there, leading off the 6th inning.
I'm not sure if that wouldn't have been a triple anyway, but once Piscotty did not get a handle on it as it knocked off the wall, and you know, that's one thing. You're playing in a ballpark. Sometimes it bounces off quickly, sometimes slowly, and a little unsure about how that was going to come off that wall. It's an angled wall down the right field line, and it got on him a little quicker than he thought and actually bounced around against another little crevice in the deepest part of right center. And so just a tough play for Piscotty. I think that's a triple.
It is.
All the way.
It scored a triple, the second of the year for Blanco. Now the Cardinals play the middle infield halfway in tight at the corners. Here's Peralta. Swing and a miss, trying to get some lift on a high fastball. No contact. Peralta jumped out of his shoes trying to make contact. Fryer jumped to catch it. 0-1 on Peralta, who has hit a fly ball to the warning track in center and struck out swinging in the 3rd inning. And here's where Lance Lynn could use a strikeout. Pitch number 77 coming up for him.
I'd take a one-hopper to Greg Garcia right here.
The pitch, a swing and a line drive, foul, just foul down the right field line.
Not by much. Say a foot.
The infield playing it halfway in the middle.
I said a ground ball to Greg Garcia. That wouldn't help because he's on the bench.
That'd be a foul ball.
Alex Mejia, and that's actually what that was right there. Garcia
just barely
didn't get a jump on it. How about the ground ball to Alex Mejia?
Mejia playing in between first and second. A couple of steps away from the infield grass. With Blanco at third base, nobody out. The 0-2 pitch. High. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, Fryer leaping to catch the ball. Eric Fryer is catching today. Carpenter at first, Mejia at second. Alex Mejia making his major league debut for the Cardinals as he replaced Aledmys Diaz on the roster with Diaz going to Memphis. DeYoung is at short, Jerko at third, Jose Martinez in left, Randall Grichuk in center, Stephen Piscotty in right. Here's the 1-2 pitch. A swing, and it's popped up on the infield. Lance Lynn gets out of the way. It's called by Jerko, and he bobbles the ball but makes the catch. A basket grab.
Oh, boy.
Looked like a hot potato, but he was able to put the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Whoa. Very close to dropping that pop-up. That was a big league fly ball, too. It hit his glove right in the middle of the glove, bounced up in the air. You know, Jerko has good hands, but almost boxed that one.
With Paul Goldschmidt coming up, Derek Lilliquist hurries out to the mound, and how will the Cardinals handle this? Jake Lamb is 0 for 2 behind Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt hit a drive to right center field that would have gone for 2 or 3, but Stephen Piscotty with a diving catch pinned it at bat on Goldschmidt for the third out in the first inning. And Goldschmidt hit a towering fly ball that landed in the overhang above the warning track in center field. As Randall Grichuk got back there, thought he was under it, thought he might have a play, then the ball disappeared. They have the overhang in center just to the left of the batter's eye and to the right of the batter's eye, something like what they used to have at Tiger Stadium in Detroit in right field.
Bit of a toss-up here as to what you do. First base is open. Of course, so is second base with the runner at third and 1 out. Goldschmidt homered his last time, but Jake Lamb is having an outstanding season as well. I mean, you got to pitch to somebody.
The infield plays in tight now with 1 out. Goldschmidt has hit the ball in the air both times up against Lance Lynn today. Now the pitch. Inside, almost hit him. And Lance Lynn isn't about to let Goldschmidt extend the arms if he can help it.
Which is what he did in the 4th inning on that home run to straightaway center. Got the arms out and smoked one.
Goldschmidt is 1 for 10 this series with the home run back in the 4th inning. Here's the go-ahead run. Blanco at third base, 1 out. The 1-0 pitch. Low and in, 2-0. They're going to go ahead and put him on.
I think that makes sense.
An intentional walk.
And the good thing that does is it sets up the possibility of a double play.
Lamb is grounded into 7th.
Again, Lamb, a outstanding season, though. 17 home runs, second in the league in RBIs with 62.
Let's pause here for station identification for our good friends at KSAR in Salem, Arkansas, and the rest of the Cardinals Radio Network.
You're listening to Cardinals Baseball on ESPN Radio 93.5 WSJK Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana. Brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window. Quality since 1955. Visit them at kramersiding.com.
Along with Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney. Jim Jackson is our producer-engineer. Move to first base. Goldschmidt is safe, and Goldschmidt may take off. He has 13 steals in 17 attempts. Keep that in mind. As Lamb is at the plate. The Diamondbacks have a right-handed pitcher warming up in their bullpen. Pitch number 82 coming up for Lance Lynn with a runner at third, runner at first, 1 out in the 6th inning. A swing and a ground ball. Carpenter throws to second out. Lynn gets to first, safe, and a run scores. The ball got away from Lynn. Goldschmidt was out at second, but Blanco scores, and Lamb gets another run batted in, avoiding a double play at first.
That was going to be such a tough play for Lance Lynn to have to make, and Matt Carpenter did everything right. He makes a nice play going to his right, gets rid of it quickly to DeYoung at second base, and DeYoung had to wait for Lance Lynn to get to the bag and fired one, and behind him just a little bit, and I just think that was just too hard a play to hit Lance Lynn on the run. He doesn't run that well, and for him to beat the runner to the bag is asking for a lot, but the Cardinals tried to play that defensively as best they could.
Now Owings will babble the runner at first, 3-2 Diamondbacks in the bottom of the sixth. Blanco tripled, and he came in on the force play ground ball. Now Lynn working from the belt. The pitch. Popped up. Goes backhand out of play. Landing just below the booth here. 63 runs batted in for Jake Lamb. Owings struck out and grounded out. In the seventh, the Cardinals have the lower third of the order. Mejia, Fryer, and Lynn. They're combined 0 for 6 today. Leaving runners on.
Maybe Lance Lynn's last batter.
The pitch. Low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike on Owings. On the Cardinal bench today, Yadier Molina, Tommy Pham, Luke Voigt, their right-handed batters. Greg Garcia, left-handed batter.
Tyler Lyons warming up in case Lance has more trouble in this inning with all the lefties in, and if Lance is pinch hit for in the top of the seventh, I would guess we would see Tyler in the bottom of the seventh.
Here's the 1-1, a swing and a slow roller up the third baseline. Foul. That goes to Tony Pereschica, the third base coach. Lance Lynn, 4 hits, 3 runs allowed, a walk, 6 strikeouts over 5 2/3.
Ruby De La Rosa warming up for the D-backs.
They tell us he has been lights out. De La Rosa, a right-hander. We've seen Jorge De La Rosa, the left-hander, in this series. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lynn facing Chris Owings. From the belt, the pitch. High and outside. 93 on the fastball, 2-2. Owings is 7 for his last 22. Batting .293, he has 9 home runs and 44 RBIs. Right-hander facing right-hander. The outfielders play straight up. Middle infielders play back. Carpenter holds it first against Jake Lamb. Here's Lynn on 2-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. A sinker down and in, strikes out Owings. But a triple turns into the go-ahead run. A lead triple by Blanco. He scored on a force play ground ball by Lamb. We go to the 7th, and Ricky will have it for you with the Diamondbacks leading 3-2.
Sure, we've been called a mom and pop store. We take it as a compliment. After all, we are family owned and operated with 2 generations actively involved, and 5 of our team members have been with us for around 20 years each or longer. We run our business with old-fashioned customer service as our foundation, and we wouldn't have it any other way. Add our great selection of hand-picked mattresses, all proudly made in the USA at guaranteed lowest prices, and we're sure you won't find a better deal anywhere. Visit us and experience the Illini mattress difference today.
At Body and Soul, they take pride in giving you the perfect fit for your athletic shoes. Their team of experts will help you in selecting the style that fits your purpose and your feet. Body and Soul has offered the best prices and best quality for more than 30 years. And they aren't just shoes. Whether it's walking, running, swimming, or biking, or whether it's for you or the whole team, visit Mike or Jed and their experienced staff at Body and Soul, Route 45 Savoy. Call 356-8926 or visit soulsports.com.
Hello, this is Shane Coulter of Country Arbors Nursery. Country Arbors is your home of locally grown annuals, perennials, trees, and shrubs. And now all annuals are 50% off. Yes, all baskets, flats, and pots are 50% off. Petunias, zinnias, begonias, and coleus, all 50% off. And these aren't leftover plants. These have been watered every day and consistently fertilized, so there's still tens of thousands of beautiful plants at half the cost. Tropical and foliage plants are all 30% off. So come out to Country Arbor's Nursery. Locally grown annuals and tropicals grown right here in Urbana, but now at half the cost. You can visit countryarbors.com for more information and direction.
It was big, huger than huge.
Big would be an understatement. Wow, this is giant.
It's Rosati's Pizza's Big Deal Beginning of the Week sale. This Monday and Tuesday, the big, huge deal is coming your way. Score a 14-inch, 2-topping thin crust pizza with a 2-liter for $17.10. Rosati's continues to celebrate their 10th anniversary with really large, big deals. A 14-inch, 2-topping thin crust pizza with a 2-liter for only $17.10 at Rosati's Pizza. 701 South Gregory and online at myrosatis.com.
Cardinals trailing by 1, top of the 7th inning. Ruby De La Rosa, the right-hander, will have the 7th inning. Patrick Corbin went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, walked 2, and struck out 6. He is on the plus side of a 3-2 score at the moment. The Cardinals have 7, 8, 9. Mejia, Fryer, and we would assume a pinch hitter for Lance Lynn. And we will remind you that StubHub is your ticket to once-in-a-lifetime experiences, from Cardinals games to amazing concerts to shows you just don't want to miss. StubHub connects you with the world of live. StubHub, your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the St. Louis Cardinals. Well, we mentioned that Greg Garcia is not in the game, but he is now. He will pinch hit for Alex Mejia. So in his Major League debut, Mejia goes 0 for 2. Not really tested defensively. But Garcia, who is just 3 for 20 as a pinch hitter, draws the right-hander De La Rosa, who has been recalled from AAA where he was pitching lights out, misses outside ball 1. De La Rosa throws hard. He has been scoreless 6 of his last 7 appearances. Swinging a foul off to the left. Actually had his contract selected from Reno on the 23rd of June. He was 0-1 there, but he had an ERA of 2.35. 23 strikeouts and just 4 walks. And he's back pitching in the big leagues again, and he hits the bottom part of the zone, 1-2, to Greg Garcia. Garcia, Fryer in the on-deck circle, and then Lance Lynn's spot. Right-hander delivers. Late swing and a foul over the D-backs dugout and into the 4th or 5th row. Garcia hoping to get aboard. The Cardinals trailing 3-2. We're in the 7th inning. 2 runs on 5 hits. That's all for the Cardinals. 3 runs on 4 hits. That's all for the D-backs. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Marte has been smooth, and he is again throwing out Garcia easily at first base. De La Rosa gets his first man. Now will contend with the Cardinal catcher, Eric Fryer. The Cardinals have not had production in the bottom part of their order, and it really hurt them in the 4th inning. They had the bases loaded and nobody out. They were leading 2-1 at the time. And a fly out, a strikeout, and a strikeout left the score at 2-1. The Diamondbacks added a run in the 4th and one in the 6th inning against Lance Lynn. It was a strike to Fryer, who has struck out twice. Takes a pitch inside, and it pops out of the glove of Iannetta, who's doing the catching here this afternoon. Very complete Arizona Diamondback team, and the best part of their team may be their bullpen. 1-1 pitch, swung on and blooped towards right field, towards the line, and it's foul. At first, Fryer wasn't running, and that ball almost hit fair. He thought it was going to slice foul, and it almost spun backwards a little bit, to his surprise, but it did hit about 2 feet foul. And he's in the hole 1-2. Cardinals need base runners. We're in the 7th. Cardinals playing a team that has come from behind multiple times, 28 times, in fact. The Diamondbacks have come back for a victory. The Cardinals hope to do that here. Fastball misses outside. Two and 2 to Eric Fryer, who's now 0 for his last 14. Really struggling at the plate. Doing a nice job behind the plate, however. 2-2 pitch, misses outside, 3-2. How about a walk? That'll work. Luke Voigt, the rookie, is in the on-deck circle to bat for Lance Lynn. De La Rosa peers over his glove for the sign. Hard hit, left field, but no, knocked down and caught actually by the third baseman. That ball was ticketed for left field, but it hit a little slider and it went right to the third baseman who makes the play in the hole to retire Fryer. He hit that ball on the nose. Now 0 for his last 15 as he lines out to Jake Lamb. Lamb plays a good third base. Hard to imagine how he has 7 errors on the season, and Owings has 12. That's a bit more than you would think. And that'll bring in Luke Voigt, who was 1 for 1 as a pinch hitter. Can't get any better than that. And is playing in the big leagues for the first time. Swinging a foul. He has power. He can tie this game. He's late on that particular swing, 0-1. Ruby De La Rosa working the top of the 7th inning, trying to keep this 3-2 Diamondback lead intact. Next pitch is a half-hearted swing and a strike on a beautiful slider from De La Rosa. And there's not much that Voigt could have done with that. The 0-2 delivery, here it comes. Swing and a hard hit ball left center field. Long way to go, and they're not going to get it. It's in the gap and to the wall. Voigt headed to second, and he is standing up there with a 0-2 double into left center field. He's clapping at second base. Why wouldn't he? His Cardinal teammates also excited for the second pinch hit in the last week for Luke Voigt.
And both doubles.
That's a very good at-bat. Now Matt Carpenter, a base hit, will tie this game. Every Cardinal that's been called up from the minor leagues has acted like they belong here, John.
And they've given some life to this ball club.
Magnera Sierra did.
Tommy Pham came up after failing to make the team out of spring training. When Pham and Sierra joined the club in Atlanta, helped finish off a sweep there and then sweep the Marlins on the road.
How about Paul DeYoung? He's one of the toughest outs right now in the Cardinal lineup. John Brebbia has been solid in the Cardinals bullpen. Cardinals development team has done a terrific job getting these guys ready, and there's more on the horizon. But the man of the moment is Matt Carpenter, who is 0 for 3. He's flown out, bounced out, and popped out. All of those at-bats against the left-handed starter Corbin, facing Ruby De La Rosa. No action in the bullpen for the Diamondbacks. 3 D-backs on the right side of the infield for Carpenter. RBI opportunity here. First pitch to Matt is a little bit inside, ball 1, and Iannetta held that glove in that spot for a second or two because he wanted it, and it was in fact a strike. Carpenter got away with that. So he's ahead in the count, 1-0. His 40 RBIs leads the Cardinals team. Nice lead by Voigt at second. De La Rosa checks him and delivers to Carpenter. High, 1-1. Sometimes the game is decided in the 9th. Sometimes it's decided in the 7th. Will this be one of those days? Each team gets 27 outs and they all count. De La Rosa trying to get the 21st out. Working in the 7th inning to Carpenter, and he delivers low with an off-speed delivery. 3-0 to Matt with Randall Grichuk on deck. And they're going to go ahead and walk Carpenter as the Cardinals did with Goldschmidt. Turn it into an intentional walk, and he's now walked 55 times on the season. So it'll be up to Randall Grichuk if the Cardinals are going to score here in the 7th inning. Grichuk walked in the first, had a base hit in the 4th, and struck out in the 5th, and we're going to have another conference because nobody's ever heard of Randall Grichuk before. Ruby De La Rosa getting a mound visit from all 4 infielders and the catcher and the pitching coach Mike Butcher. And he runs on the field and runs off. Maybe he's just training for a half marathon. That's why he's doing all these mound visits. I got him figured out now. Just getting a little work in. Communication is done. De La Rosa now knows the book on Randall Grichuk. And Grichuk digs in. Bends his knees. Powerful swing of Randall Grichuk. Hope it's on display here. First pitch is a called strike on a slider. A beauty. Cut the heart of the plate and had sharp break to it. And Randall was smart to let that one go. Looking for his second hit. He scored one of the 2 Cardinal runs in the 4th inning. 2 runners aboard. Cardinals trailing by a run in the 7th. Next pitch. Check swing. Didn't go. Just off the plate. 1-1. And if Grichuk can keep things going, it'll be Stephen Piscotty, who's in the on-deck circle. Big leads for Voit and Matt Carpenter, the runner at first. De La Rosa delivers and misses the outside corner, but they say Grichuk swung at it. Couldn't keep his hands back, and I would have to agree with that. I don't want to agree with it, but I have to. He did offer at it. That clearly went through the zone. So he's going to have to protect here. He protected in the 4th inning. That's how he got his base hit. Will he do it here? Big pitch. 1-2. Here it comes. Swing and a long one to left. Stay fair, baby. And it does. 3-run home run. Randall Grichuk. How about that? Grichuk hits his 7th of the season, and the Cardinals jump on top with a 3-run shot from Randall Grichuk.
And it was Luke Voit who kept this inning alive with a pinch double. Carpenter was given the intentional walk. Grichuk fell behind in the count, and he jumped all over a pitch he could handle.
What a nice moment for Randall Grichuk and Luke Voit. Not such a nice moment for Ruby De La Rosa.
Well, that dugout's alive now.
You bet it is. Piscotty digs in. Fastball misses outside. So the Cardinals strike with 3 runs in the 7th and have taken the lead. Their first home run of the series. And it came at a terrific time.
And that sailed over the Arizona bullpen way back in the stands down the left field line.
Slider for a strike to Piscotty, 2-1. 2 were out here in the 7th inning, and nothing was going on. Luke Voit had an 0-2 count. Then he doubled into the left center field gap. Carpenter was walked intentionally, and Randall Grichuk, a 3-run home run to give the Cardinals a 5-3 lead. Next pitch is a strike to Piscotty, 3-2. There are 2 outs in the 7th inning. And the Cardinals have done some damage against a bullpen that's been hard to get to. De La Rosa into his windup and misses outside. The Cardinals not done yet as Piscotty walks. And that brings up Jerko.
Well, those 2-out walks can be costly.
Well, Jerko's the kind of guy that can make you pay.
Well, an intentional 2-out walk is already scored.
Well, that's the danger. When you walk somebody, even though it is often a good move, and the guy behind can do damage, you're asking for trouble. And the Diamondbacks have gotten some trouble here in the 7th. Jerko can make it worse. First pitch to Jed is bounce foul, but he had a really nice swing at that delivery. De La Rosa, who's been sharp for the D-backs, is not really fooling too many Cardinal hitters. He does have a good slider, but he's making some mistakes. Cardinals have picked up 3 runs on just 2 hits this inning. Jerko at the plate. Swinging a foul. Out of play off to the right side. So he's down 0-2, but that doesn't mean he's out for the count yet. Jerko has 12 home runs, 39 RBIs on the season. Grichuk put into that second hole with Tommy Pham getting the afternoon off, and he has done the damage here in the 7th inning. The 0-2 pitch. There goes the runner. Swing and a fly ball to right. It's deep. Back goes Peralta. He's at the track and comes in a step to make the play to retire Jerko. Pretty good swing at an 0-2 pitch for Jed Jerko. The Cardinals strike here in the 7th inning. It's time for the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by White Castle. Root for their fiery new hot chicken slider. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Phoenix, Arizona. It's Cardinals 5, Diamondbacks 3.
This is a Budweiser beer. Smooth, crisp, beechwood aged beer. Brewed the hard way. No shortcuts. So when we wake up itching to prove the world wrong, this is the beer we'll drink. When we aren't afraid to fail, when we outwork and out-heart everyone, this is the beer we'll drink. We've got things to do. Great, big, amazing, life-changing things to do. Ambition in one hand, Budweiser in the other. So when that prototype finally works, when we stop calling our startup a startup because it's not a startup anymore, when we win championships, we're not supposed to win. When we say we're going to change the world and we actually change the world, this is the beer we'll drink. Budweiser. This is the beer we drink for the last 140 years, so it's going to be the beer we'll drink for 140 more. This Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Budweiser Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Now, the summer pretzel dog is so great because you get 2 of your favorite ballpark foods in one.
Right. I got hot dogs on a pretzel bun here. Get your pretzel dogs.
Oh, over here. I'll take one.
Okay, 1 pretzel dog for the guy with the little boy glove.
Well, it's all I had, so.
You know, they use regulation-sized baseballs here. Yeah, that ball's going to dwarf that mitt.
The summer's biggest hit is the premium pretzel dog. This is how you Sonic. For a limited time, only at participating Sonic drive-ins.
Hey Cardinal fans, there's another MVP in our community. Rankin Jordan Pediatric Bridge Hospital in St. Louis. Rankin Jordan transitions kids with complex illnesses and injuries from acute care to home. They not only work with the child, but also the families to make the return home possible. Rankin Jordan is the only pediatric bridge hospital in the country using care beyond the bedside to get kids out of their beds and back to living. To learn more about Rankin Jordan, their inpatient and outpatient programs, or to find out how you can give, visit rankinjordan.org.
7th inning stretch was brought to you by White Castle. Root for their fiery new hot chicken slider. Matt Bowman will have the bottom of the 7th inning as the Cardinals now have the lead again, 5-3. They led 2-1 for a short time after scoring 2 in the top of the 4th inning, and a 3-run home run by Randall Grichuk has given them the lead. As we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, strike 1, 91-mile-an-hour fastball from Bowman to the left-handed batting Chris Herman, who's playing left field today. He plays the outfield and also catches. Bowman into the windup, and a hard-hit ball backhanded by Garcia, who has replaced Mejia, and he throws out Herman. And a good way to start the inning for Matt Bowman. The Cardinals will be tested here. They have to get 9 outs against a very, very good offense. And the trouble's certainly going to come later when they're going to have to deal with Peralta, Goldschmidt, and Lamb once again. But right now it's Chris Iannetta, the right-handed batter, to face Bowman. Baseball's 2 biggest events of the summer are back-to-back. The action begins at the T-Mobile Home Run Derby on ESPN July 10th at 7 p.m. Central. Then catch baseball's biggest stars at the 88th MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard. That's on the 11th of July on Fox. Coverage begins at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Slider low, ball 1 to Iannetta, who has 8 home runs, 23 RBIs. The average at just 235, but he has certainly got the ability to hurt you. He has power. Fastball low, 2-0. Been an up-and-down year for Matt Bowman. Game number 38 for him. I would say mostly up. He's 1-3 on the season, record-wise. Opponent's hitting just .238 against the right-hander. Has a good changeup, throws it like a forkball, and he delivers a fastball down and in, but it's swung on and missed, 2-1. By Iannetta, who's trying to leave the ballpark. Bottom just dropped out of that pitch, and that's really Bowman's forte, is good late movement. Not an overpowering guy. Stands Sideways on the mound, then goes into a very short, simple delivery, stops at the top and delivers. Fastball is a strike.
Well, ground balls are his game.
Well, he knows who he is. They must have taught him that at Princeton. I believe he majored in economics, if I'm not mistaken. The 2-2 pitch is a little bit low. He did his dissertation at Princeton on developing an algorithm to evaluate free agents. How about that? I would say front office is in his future, but it's not in his present. The 3-2 pitch is bounced behind home plate, now to play.
Well, that went off Fryer's mask and over the screen.
I wasn't sure how it got to where it got, so you just explained it to me, because it landed in the seats below us, but it looked like he hit off the plate. But you're right, it was Fryer's mask. I'm sure that was a bell ringer. They play Iannetta to pull on the infield. 3-2 delivery from Bowman. You don't need a walk here. And it's swinging a foul. Iannetta spoils a good sinker from the right-hander Bowman. Bowman, as we've talked about many times, was a Rule 5 draft. Cardinals had to keep him at the big league level after they took him, or they would have had to offer him back to the Mets. And the more he pitched, the less the Cardinals wanted to offer him back to the Mets. He was so good last year. Really took over the Seth Maness ground ball double play role. The 3-2 delivery again to Iannetta is bounced foul again. And he's just getting a bat on the ball. That's all he's doing. This is a Tony Gwynn kind of at-bat, which frustrates a pitcher. You make a good pitch, and he just kind of fouls it off on purpose, and you got to throw another one. Makes you want to just stand on the mound, throw it underhand, and say, here, hit it as far as you can. But I would not suggest that Matt Bowman do that. As the sign from Fryer. And another 3-2 delivery is bounced foul again. What's that, 5 foul balls, I'm guessing? I believe that was pitch number 9 in this at-bat. So he's making Bowman work. A 3-run top of the 7th inning thanks to Luke Voigt, a walk to Carpenter, and Randall Gritchick. Long homer to left. 5-3 St. Louis, trying to win this series. More outs to get. There's a strike on the outside corner, and Bowman strikes out Iannetta and wins the battle. Perfectly placed on the outside corner. Good job, Matt Bowman. He did not give in. And he painted the outside corner or thereabouts. Ketel Marte stands in the way of a quick 1-2-3 inning. Bowman facing the switch hitter, hitting from the left side. He's doubled and scored a run. Fastball inside, almost hit him. Marte scored in the 3rd inning. He also struck out looking in the 5th. Marte's played a very nice shortstop, very smooth on the defensive side. Next delivery is popped up towards the left side. Long way to run for Martinez, but the long strides, he catches up to it on the run, one-hands it, and Bowman has a very nice 1-2-3, bottom of the 7th inning. John Rooney will have the 8th for you. Right now, the Cardinals lead Arizona in Phoenix 5-3.
Hey, what are we doing for your birthday party this summer?
Well, I was hoping to have a cookout like last summer.
What? Don't you remember all those mosquito bites we got last year?
Good news, girls. Not only is Prairie View taking care of everyone's dandelions, now I'm going to take care of all their mosquitoes, too.
Yay!
Enjoy a bug-free summer. For all your mosquito control needs, call Lindy at Prairie View Landscaping and Turf Management at 355-9422. That's 355-9422 for mosquito control from Prairie View Landscaping.
Want to save money you're smoking and spitting away? Want the friendliest, most knowledgeable staff to help you along the way? Vapors E-Cigs LLC is the place for you. Let their amazing staff help you find the best hardware and juice for you. Earn reward points you can use for discounts on coils, juice, and even 70% off a kit. Do you already vape? Go check out their over 30 premium lines of juice and amazing selection of hardware. Located at 1903 North Neal Street in Champaign and 2 East Main Street next to the courthouse in Danville. Now's definitely the time to stop by Vapors E-Cigs LLC.
Bunny's Tavern is your home for the 2017 Chicago Cubs. Nothing beats watching baseball over an ice-cold beer, so enjoy $14 mix-and-match domestic buckets and $6 PBR pitchers 7 days a week. You'll catch every minute of Cubs action on Bunny's 10 big-screen TVs, whether you're inside or enjoying the largest patio in Urbana. With delicious daily lunch and dinner specials, come check out what people in Champaign-Urbana have been whispering about for over 80 years. Bunny's Tavern in downtown Urbana, your home for the 2017 Chicago Cubs.
There's a time for work, there's a time for play. There's a time to do things you don't do every day. There's a place to go for tools and machines and people with knowledge about these things. We've been here since 53 to meet your rental needs. When the time comes, we're the place for everything. Rental City.
Delgado comes on to do the pitching as we go to inning number 8. 5-3 Cardinals. Ruby De La Rosa gave up 3 runs on a home run by Randall Grichuk in the 7th inning. And all the commotion started with 2 outs with an 0-2 pinch hit by Luke Voigt, a double. So 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, one of those intentional, and a big home run against Ruby De La Rosa.
What do we say about the young players coming up and contributing, John? Luke Voigt did it again.
There's a pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Jose Martinez is 1 for 3 with a 2-run single. Randall Delgado. He's the 3rd pitcher of the day for the Diamondbacks. Delgado's pitch, a little half swing and a slow roller to 3rd. The throw is offline, and Martinez has tagged out. A good catch by Goldschmidt. And Martinez is tagged. Mike Matheny wants to hang on.
Jose's convinced he was on the bag when Goldschmidt tagged him.
It looked like Goldschmidt made the tag just before Martinez got there. We get a look at it now on the monitor here. Well, that was inconclusive, that replay we just saw.
I don't think he ever tagged him.
And they're going to take a look at it. Martinez is convinced he's safe leading off the 8th inning.
I believe he is.
With that, let's pause for station identification on the Cardinals Baseball Network.
You're listening to Cardinals Baseball on ESPN Radio 93.5 WSJK Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana. Brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window. Quality since 1955. Visit them at kramersiding.com.
Well, the runner was called out at first base. Greg Gibson made the call. Goldschmidt made the catch off the bag and went for the swipe tag, but looked like he missed him.
You know what? I'm not sure he did go for the swipe tag because that's such a dangerous play by the first. I mean, he attempted to.
He just caught it.
He attempted to.
And the glove was out there.
Right, but
you may be right, Ricky.
That last little thing that he would have had to do to actually tag him is where you see first baseman hurting their shoulder and sometimes their elbow.
Well, like your old teammate Kelly Paris, who was playing for the White Sox in Seattle, he stretched toward the throw. The throw was kind of behind him, and he caught it, and the runner hit his arm, and that was basically the end of his career.
I've seen that so many times, and it does. It can ruin careers. I think Goldschmidt did the smart thing there, but if he would have reached out and tagged him, I think he would have been out, but maybe hurt.
So the ruling is overturned, a safe at first base, and it's an E5. That was a tough play for the third baseman, Lamb. And if they're going to give a base hit on a ground ball that was booted, a ball hit directly to the shortstop last night, then that's a base hit. That's called an E5. Here's a swing and a high fly ball left field off the bat of Paul DeYoung. Herman waits for it, makes the catch. We have one out, and Greg Garcia will come up for a second time. Delgado retires DeYoung, and the Cardinals with a 2-run lead have one on and one out in the 8th. Coming up on Sunday, July the 2nd, 30,000 fans 16 and older will receive a patriotic cowboy hat courtesy of Brown & Crouppen Law Firm. On Monday, July 3rd, a dazzling fireworks display presented by Cooper Tires. Then on Tuesday, July the 4th, we have the patriotic socks. 30,000 fans. The kids will be eligible for these as well. The patriotic socks, compliments of Coca-Cola and Powerade. Tickets are available right now at Cardinals.com/promotions. The pitch outside, rolling away from Iannetta, but Martinez cannot move up. Iannetta recovers well, holding the Cardinal runner at first base. Jose Martinez was called out, and then the ruling overturned after the replay was examined.
I've been noticing that Jose has a lot of energy in everything he does on the bases, taking his lead in the batter's box. He's very fidgety, I think, brings energy, and it reminds me of his father's nickname as a player.
The runner goes. The pitch is swung on and lined into left center, a base hit. Martinez is going to make third with no problem as the throw goes into second. Very well executed, with Owings breaking directly towards second base. The ball was lined over the area where he was playing.
Perfectly executed. A good jump by Martinez. The perfect swing.
That's the Greg Garcia we've come to know.
Actually, doing hit and run with Garcia, I think, is a good idea. I think that brings out the best of him. By the way, the nickname for Martinez's father, Carlos, was Cafe. And he always kind of played with that extra energy and a little, like maybe...
There are times I want to call him Carlos, not because the Cardinals have a Carlos on the roster. Right. He looks so much like his father.
Agreed.
And I had the pleasure of covering games that his father, Carlos, played with the Chicago White Sox. Here's a pitch low. Eric Fryer just missed a base hit, lining out sharply to the third baseman, Jake Lamb. Ildemaro Vargas is playing second base up the middle of the infield, making his major league debut. Owings at shortstop now. First and third, one out. The Cardinals are looking to add to a 5-3 lead here in Arizona. The pitch is swung on, and that's fouled on the third baseline. 1 ball, 1 strike for the Cardinal catcher facing Randall Delgado. For Delgado, a 1-1 record, a 3.18 ERA. It's his 23rd game, 1 save. Opponents bat .249 against the right-hander. He has worked 57 innings, giving up 54 hits, 6 of those home runs. Delgado with the glove against his left knee, and Iannetta is going to go out to have a word with him. He's not the first pitcher to have trouble getting together with Iannetta on the sign today. Corbin had all kinds of problems earlier.
And I'm not sure if it's pitch selection, if they're having a hard time seeing it, or they're shaking off in a way that Iannetta's not understanding. It's a communication problem, I think, more than it is a pitch selection problem. It's just odd that they've been so confused on that after pitching so well. The bullpen's been so good. Just don't understand why the problems have surfaced in this series.
First and third, 1 out. The infield at double play depth. The 1-1 pitch for Eric Fryer. Fryer flinches but lays off a cutter up in the zone. Ball 2, 2-1.
John,
2 strikeouts and a line out for Fryer.
There's so many nonverbal things that you can do from behind the plate or even from the bench with a pitcher to just give them an idea of, hey, pitch around him, be careful. It doesn't all involve a conversation. It doesn't have to.
A lead at third for Jose Martinez. Greg Garcia, good lead at first with Goldschmidt holding. Big hole on the right side of the infield. The pitch. Fryer takes low and in, 3-1. And Tommy Pham is on deck to bat for Matt Bowman.
And not to harp on that, but I guess that's what I'm doing.
Go ahead.
One of the things that it also does is throws a pitcher off his rhythm. When you get a mound visit, you're starting all over again. And you've got to get your own rhythm back again. It can be very disruptive in my mind for a pitcher.
The Cardinals have 5 runs on 8 hits. Arizona 3 runs, 4 hits. The pitch to Fryer, a swing and a foul, 3-2 with 1 out.
No more harping.
Okay. Go ahead. The Cardinals got 3 on one swing with 2 outs by Randall Grichuk, as Randall Delgado is trying to avoid the same fate here. Giving up those runs 7th inning on are so hard to get back. But Grichuk put a charge into his home run, his 7th of the year, off Ruby De La Rosa. Now on 3-2 with 1 out. The pitch. Outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for pinch hitter Tommy Pham. That walk is the 5th given up by Arizona pitching here today, and Iannetta is on his way out to the mound again. Boy, Tommy could punch a hole in the game right here. Mike Matheny told us on the show before the game that it's tough taking Tommy out of the lineup. The way he's playing in center field and the way he's putting the ball in play, his power capability. But every now and then a player needs a break from the lineup, especially during the long stretch where it has been a long and tedious run of games. Even with a day off, the Cardinals had to come back with a doubleheader against the Milwaukee Brewers, have a long stretch of games, and on what was supposed to be a day off, play a makeup game with the Reds, then come down here for 3. And guess what? The pitching coach is out on the mound again. Mike Butcher is wearing a path between the third base dugout on the mound here.
Well, I told you I put my harp away, so I'm not gonna keep doing that. But I will say about the stretch, it has been, of course, the grind of a major league season, 162 games. You're going to have some tough spots, and maybe this will build some character in this Cardinal team. The fact that they're still hanging on and they're not playing their best, but as we've said the last few days, we've seen the Cardinals we thought we would see coming out of spring training.
The last 4 games, the Cardinals have done some excellent things, and the thorn in the side is that 8th, 9th, 10th inning on Tuesday. Other than that, the Cardinals have played very well, finishing up with a couple of wins at home and trying to get 2 wins here. With the infield playing halfway, Tommy Pham rips it down the left field line, just foul. Just missed extra bases, going after the first pitch from Randall Delgado. Tommy is batting .280 with 9 home runs and 23 runs batted in. And that's a potent bat to come off the bench in a situation like this in the 8th inning. Bases loaded, 1 out. Tommy's looking to drive the ball, at least get 1 run in, get Martinez in from third. Martinez at third, Garcia at second, Fryer at first. Fryer runs well. He gets a big lead. The pitch. A swing and a foul back to the screen. Now Pham is down in the count 0-2. The Diamondbacks have a left-hander getting ready in their bullpen with Matt Carpenter on deck. Now Tommy is in protect mode. Randall Delgado looking in for the sign. The 14th pitch of the inning coming up for him with 1 out and the bases jammed. Here's the 0-2. Pham takes a high fastball. No, Tommy has his feet on the ground right now. In spring training, he would have been chasing that one, trying to make something happen.
I think he would have chased it because he wouldn't have been able to see it.
But he has attended to that problem time and time again. It's a constant issue. Boy, did he work his way back to the big league level, hitting .280 here. The runners lead all the way around in the pitch. A swing and a line drive, base hit to left center field. Martinez scores. Here comes Garcia. On to third. Eric Fryer. Tommy Pham puts on the brakes, heads back to first, and makes it safely as the throw comes to the middle infield. The Cardinals tack on 2 and lead 7-3 in Arizona. And I smell the coffee brewing. The Cardinals have topped 6 runs. Keep the celebration going tomorrow at On the Run, where any size coffee, fountain, or frozen drink is only 50 cents. You earned it.
Well, we mentioned that the ERA was just over 1 in the last 14 games for the Diamondbacks coming into this series, but the Cardinals scored a run off of the reliever, many runs, in fact, off the relievers yesterday. Actually was just 1 off of Shipley, and that proved to be the game winner, and they're scoring some runs here late against both Delgado and De La Rosa.
Top of the order to you now, and Matt Carpenter with the Cardinals leading by a grand slam. We're in the top of the 8th inning. The pitch. Carpenter fouls it off the end of the bat. A 3-run homer from Grichuk in the 7th. A 2-run single off the bench for Tommy Pham. And Cardinal pinch hitters today. Well, Greg Garcia got ground out, so that was 0 for 1. But you look at Voit and Pham, 2 out of 3.
Coming in, hitting .340, and you can knock that up a bit.
And there's Garcia with a base hit and a run scored this inning after staying in to play second. The runner goes. The pitch is swung on and missed, and no throw by Iannetta. The ball squirted out of his right hand. A stolen base for Pham. For Tommy Pham, steal number 9. Second and third, 1 out. Matt Carpenter's 0 for 3. And in this series, 1 for 9. Now finally the official scorer gives him a stolen base. No indifference there. Iannetta was going to make a throw, but the ball squirted out of his hand like a wet bar of soap. The 0-2 pitch. Carpenter swings and strikes out, going for a high fastball. Let's see what Grichuk can do here. He has been on base 3 times, a walk, a single run scored, strikeout, and then a 3-run homer in the 7th inning. That brought the Cardinals back. They were down by a run when Grichuk powered one just inside the pole and over the Diamondback bullpen into the seats. Since coming back from the minor leagues, Grichuk has hit 3 home runs. The pitch to him. Slider, strike called. An error started the inning. I thought it could have been an infield hit, just a half swing, an swing roller to third base. Lamb's throw pulled Goldschmidt off the bag, and Goldschmidt did not tag the runner. The pitch. Outside and low. Jose Martinez was sold on the idea he wasn't even tagged and was safe at first base. After being called out, a review overturned the call. It was scored an E5. 1 out later, base hit. Greg Garcia on a hit and run. Walked to Fryer. 2-run single for Tommy Pham. Then Pham stole second. Second and third, 2 outs. Grichuk flinches and takes low on a pitch in the dirt. Fastball sinking out of the strike zone. Ball 2, 2-1. Grichuk had been 0 for 9 when he singled back in the 4th inning. He's 2 out of 3. 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs. The 2-1 pitch to the Cardinal center fielder. A little bit low. Fastball for ball 3, 3-1. In the bottom of the 8th, Iannetta, Marte, and the pitcher's spot will be coming up.
I have that feeling things are starting to flow the Cardinals' way. Even that swing pitch there, that's called a strike. It's 2-2. Now it's 3-1. Grichuk in the driver's seat. 2 more runners aboard. Cardinals certainly playing more like the way we expected out of spring training.
I should say the pitcher's spot, then 1 and 2 coming up in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch. A swing and a line drive. Fair down the left field line. That's going to score Fryer. Here's Pham crossing on a 2-run double by Randall Grichuk. Have a day, Randall. 5 RBIs. And the Cardinals lead 9-3 with a 4-run 8th inning. Grichuk is a triple shy of the cycle.
Well, he's had dangerous at-bats, and even some of his at-bats where he's made out have been dangerous at-bats. He flew out a couple of times yesterday, just missing it. And I just like his approach at the plate. He's just so much more comfortable. He's hitting both fastballs and sliders, too. That was a breaking ball, John, that he hit down the left field line.
Here's Stephen Piscotty with a runner at second. Half swing, no swing, according to the home plate umpire and the first base umpire. Greg Gibson on the appeal. He stretches out the arms. 1-0 on Piscotty. The Cardinals have put up 7 runs, 3 in the 7th, and then a big 4-run frame here, and they're not finished. Piscotty is the 8th man to bat this inning. In the dirt, knocked down by Iannetta, a fastball. 2 balls, no strikes. Jed Jerko is waiting on deck. Jose Martinez has been right in the thick of things today with a 2-run single in the 4th. He made it safely to first base here leading off the 8th inning. Greg Garcia hit and run single. The 2-0 pitch. Fouled off Piscotty's left foot, 2-1. Tommy Pham, a 2-run pinch hit. He singled, driving in 2, stole a base. And then Grichuk doubled in, Fryer and Pham. Martinez, Garcia, Fryer and Pham have scored the runs. Grichuk off to a really good lead at second base. Piscotty holds the bat down on the knob. Now the pitch. Inside, it almost hit his right leg, 3-1. With 2 outs, Ruby De La Rosa gave up 3 runs in the 7th inning. Randall Delgado has given the Cardinals 3 hits, a walk, and 4 runs have scored in the 8th. 9 runs on 10 hits for the Cardinals. The pitch. Strike called, 3-2 on Piscotty. Matt Bowman put up a 0 in the 7th inning. He was lifted for Tommy Pham. 3-2 on Piscotty. A lead at second for Grichuk with 2 outs. The pitch on the way, a swing and a foul. Piscotty spoils off a pretty good pitch down in the zone. Jed Jerko standing next to the on-deck circle. The Cardinal dugout is on the first base line here at Chase Field. 9-3 Cardinals. We're in the 8th. Scoring late and scoring often.
Good habit to get into.
From the stretch, a look to second. The pitch. A swing and a line drive. Fair down the left field line. That's going to the corner. Grichuk scores. Piscotty makes second with an RBI double. It is a 10-3 Redbird lead with a 5-run 8th. Nothing doing in the bullpen for the Diamondbacks in left field.
The Cardinals' offense has just erupted in this game. I'm not sure we saw this coming. They only had 6 hits in the game yesterday, and they won it. And they didn't have a lot of hits through 4, but they've piled on.
2 runs in the 4th, 3 in the 7th, 5 so far in the 8th. And here's the 9th batter of the inning, Jed Jerko. He takes low from Delgado. Bless you, Ricky.
Thank you, John.
Jerko's hitting .298, 12 home runs, and 39 RBIs. A double and a single today, 2 out of 4. Right-hander against right-hander. Piscotty leads away from second. Jerko checks his swing and takes low, ball 2, 2-0. So Piscotty traded places with his friend Randall Grichuk at second base. 2 RBIs for Tommy Pham, 2 for Grichuk, 1 for Piscotty this inning. Grichuk has a 3-hit day, on base 4 times when he had in the first inning walk. 5 RBIs for Randall. A pitch outside, ball 3, 3-0 on Jerko. And there's Jose Martinez waiting on deck. The Cardinals have been able to break open a close game with a 5-run 8th. The pitch. Jerko looks at a strike, 3-1.
And there's been contribution from every spot in the Cardinal lineup. Matt Carpenter doesn't have a hit, but he did walk and score in the 7th inning. And they're just hits up and down the lineup.
And how about this? Washington in the bottom of the 7th leads the Cubs 3-2. The 2-1, strike 2 call, or the 3-1 I should say. Strike 2, 3-2 with 2 outs. So 3-2 Washington in the 7th. Cleveland beat the Texas Rangers 5-1. Detroit over Kansas City 7-3. And Houston finished off Oakland 6-1 on your Dobbs Tire and Auto Center scoreboard. Milwaukee plays Cincinnati. The pitch. Low, ball 4. And for the second time here in the 8th inning, Jose Martinez will come to the plate. A 36-pitch inning for Randall Delgado.
Whew.
Ouch.
And no relief in sight.
And here is Martinez on base with a single, driving in 2 in the 4th. An error starting this inning that I believe could have been ruled an infield hit. He scored the first of 5 runs. With 2 on, the pitch. Low ball 1.
Delgado had a 3.18 ERA in 22 appearances coming into this game. He's been good, real good.
But the Cardinals have batted around +1 here. And Jose Martinez is at the plate. The pitch. Strike called. Chris Tuno's at work again, I see.
Yes, he is.
Piscotty has hit safely in 12 of 13 games in his career against Arizona. The pitch. A foul ball back. A pitch right there over the plate. 1-2 on Martinez.
Sam Toons tells us the game yesterday is the first game he didn't. And we mentioned yesterday that Piscotty had hit, coming into play yesterday, .382 at this ballpark. So he sees the ball well and hits the ball well here.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 on with 2 outs. Jose Martinez batting for the second time in the 8th inning. Delgado will look to second. The pitch to Martinez in the dirt, 2-2. And it's going from bad to worse for Delgado. There's a pitcher on the bullpen mound now. A left-hander for the Arizona Diamondbacks down the left field line. A long top of the 8th, producing 5 runs for the Cardinals. 5 runs, 4 hits, an error, 2 walks.
He's standing on the mound, John, but he hasn't thrown a pitch yet. And again, the pitcher steps off.
That's the pitcher who was warming earlier.
Yeah. But again, Delgado had to step off and go through the signs again. I don't know what's going on.
With 2 on, 2 outs, the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. And Martinez is out. The top of the 8th is over. The Cardinals scored 5. We go to the bottom of the 8th with St. Louis leading Arizona 10-3.
328-24-24. Tapman's Towing. 24 hours every day. Tapman's Towing. 328-24-24. Tapman's Towing. 328-24-24. Tapman's Towing. 24 hours every day. Tapman's Towing. We have pull and we're hooked on you. Tapman's Towing.
It's all about the best beef, the best pork, and of course,
the sausages.
At the U of I Meat Sales Room. If Coach Ditka lived in CU, I'm sure he'd buy his meat from the U of I Meat Sales Room. The beef is great, the pork is great, but
the sausages
are delicious. Smoked sausage, Italian sausage, Polish sausage, and even brats. It's all fresh, locally produced, and locally grown. Visit the U of I Meat Sales Room near the corner of Lincoln and Florida in Urbana.
Sausages.
It was big, huger than huge.
Big would be an understatement. Wow, this is giant.
It's Rosati's Pizza's Big Deal Beginning of the Week sale. This Monday and Tuesday, the big, huge deal is coming your way. Score a 14-inch, 2-topping thin crust pizza with a 2-liter for $17.10. Rosati's continues to celebrate their 10th anniversary with really large, big deals. A 14-inch, 2-topping thin crust pizza with a 2-liter for only $17.10 at Rosati's Pizza. 701 South Gregory and online at myrosatis.com.
You can fly Champagne. You can fly Willard Airport. You can fly Champagne. You can fly. Our airport is your doorway to the sky. So pack your things, spread your wings. You've got business to do. People who expect you. You can fly Champagne. You can fly Willard Airport.
The Cardinals lead 10-3 going to the bottom of the 8th, and it's Tyler Lyons who will pitch to the Arizona Diamondbacks, and Matt Bowman looked pretty good.
He did, went an inning, had a strikeout, 1-2-3 inning, got Iannetta after a long at-bat, but Matt was his typical self, throwing the ball in the bottom of the strike zone. Tyler Lyons has been really good of late. We saw him pitch 2/3 of an inning here last night, got the 2 outs, the 2 left-handers he was called upon to face. That was Daniel Descalzo and David Peralta. And again, a heavy left-handed hitting D-backs lineup, so you're going to use a guy like Tyler Lyons a lot in the series against him.
We'll give you the Cardinal changes as we move along here. Strike one thrown to Vargas, just called up from the minor leagues today, making his major league debut. Ildemaro Vargas. Tommy Pham playing in center field. The pitch. Curveball, that's in there for a strike. Randall Grichuk goes to left field. Carpenter, Grichuk, Piscotty, Jerko, Lyons in the number 5 spot. Now the pitch. A swing and a miss, a curveball down and in, and Vargas strikes out, and that was a wicked pitch. 27,603, the paid attendance today here at Chase Field.
Biggest crowd of the series. And again, a lot of Cardinal fans here. We noted it yesterday, but off to our right, behind the Cardinals dugout, plenty of folks wearing Cardinal hats, jerseys, you name it.
Here's the pitch, and that's taken up and in for a ball by left-handed batting Gregor Blanco. Blanco tripled in the 6th inning and scored what was the go-ahead run until Grichuk hit a 2-out, 3-run homer in the 7th inning. Here's the next one. Belt high, fastball for a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. De La Rosa 1 inning, 2 hits, 3 earned runs. He walked 2 and gave up the home run to Grichuk. A rough 8th inning for Randall Delgado. Here's a curveball that just froze Blanco and breaks over the middle of the plate, 1-2.
Such a sharp breaking curveball. It's an equalizer for Tyler. Throws 91-92, but at best. But the curveball is terrific.
5 runs, 1 earned in the Cardinals' half of the 8th inning, but those runs count anyway. Here's the windup and the 1-2 pitch. Curveball in the dirt. Blanco doesn't go for it. Ball 2. Lance Lynn is the pitcher of record on the upside for the Cardinals.
6 innings, only 4 hits allowed, 3 runs, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts for Lance.
The pitch by Lyons, curveball, and that's popped up. The shortstop, DeYoung, wants it on the outfield grass, moving into short left field. He has it. And Blanco pops out, 2 away in the 8th inning for David Peralta. Boy, that top of the 8th inning really took the steam out of Chase Field.
Sure did. Well, they're used to comebacks here. But it's a big hill to climb now as they trail by 7 in the 8th.
Driving home after a Cardinals game on I-64 by Forest Park, there's a good chance that you'll look to the right and see the Aviation Fields all lit up with an exciting game in progress. Visit the forevercampaign.org and see how you can help improve the fields for generations to come. David Peralta, 0 for 3. The pitch by Tyler Lyons, and that's lined to center field. There's Tommy Pham saying, I'll take it, and he does. A 1-2-3 inning for Lyons. We go to the 9th. The Cardinals lead 10-3 in Phoenix, Arizona.
Listen to this crowd. Wow, they're on their feet.
This 4th of July, the Cardinals have you covered head to toe in true patriotic fashion. On Sunday, July 2nd, fans can take home an adult patriotic cowboy hat, courtesy of Brown & Crouppen Law Firm. Monday, July 3rd, enjoy Cooper Tire's post-game fireworks. And Tuesday, July 4th, adults and kids can add patriotic Cardinals socks to their wardrobe, courtesy of Coca-Cola and Powerade. That's July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Get your tickets now at cardinals.com/promotions.
During the Ford Summer Sales Event, get 0% financing for 72 months plus $1,000 on top of your trade-in on Ford Focus, Fusion, Edge, and Escape. Offer ends July 5th. Not all buyers qualify for Ford credit financing. 72 months at $1,389 per month for $1,000 finance regardless of down payment. Trade assist cash requires trade-in of 95 or newer vehicle or lease terminated 30 days prior to or 90 days after delivery. Not available on Focus RS. See dealer or go to buyfordnow.com for complete details. Take to delivery from dealer stock by July 5th, 2017.
Your life is a daily planner page, filled to the minute, with no time for the flu, your kid's soccer injury, or a long wait in the ER. Mercy Urgent Care is open 7 days a week and most evenings, staffed by experienced Mercy physicians, ready to treat those unplanned health events and get you back on schedule. Visit mercy.net/STL Urgent for locations and hours. Go to mercy.net/STL Urgent. At Mercy, your life is our life's work.
Ever wonder what it feels like to hit a home run in the major leagues or run from first base to home plate? Now you have the chance thanks to Prairie Farms and the St. Louis Cardinals. Feel the grass under your feet by running the bases after select home games. And to stay healthy, enjoy the same quality of freshness of Prairie Farms orange juice that you've come to know and love. Available for the whole family in a 59-ounce carafe. Never from concentrate. Dedicated farmers, happy cows, real milk, Prairie Farms.
Andrew Chafin, a left-hander, will face the Cardinals in the ninth. The Cardinals lead 10-3 here in Phoenix. Before we get started with the ninth inning, let's pause for station identification on the Cardinals Baseball Network.
You're listening to Cardinals Baseball on ESPN Radio 93.5 WSJK Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana. Brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window. Quality since 1955. Visit them at kramersiding.com.
John Rooney along with Ricky Horton and our producer-engineer Jim Jackson at Chase Field in Phoenix. And here's a ball outside from Andrew Chafin. Paul DeYoung has a base hit in 4 at-bats and an 8-game hitting streak. Chafin, the lefty, works from the third base side of the rubber out of the stretch, and the pitch, low, ball 2. In all, the Cardinals have 11 hits today and 10 runs. Delgado, 1 inning, 4 hits, 5 runs, 1 earned. He walked 2, struck out 2. De La Rosa gave up 3 runs with 2 outs on a Grichuk homer. Fastball strike, 2-1 on DeYoung. Corbin, 2 runs, 5 hits over 6 innings. Quality start for him. And a quality start for Lance Lynn. 6 innings, 3 runs. Here's the pitch from Chafin, low, ball 3, 3-1. The Cardinals are trying to take 2 out of 3 from one of the best teams in the game, the Arizona Diamondbacks. They have the Rockies coming in. The Rockies have been sliding down the Rocky Mountains. The 3-1 pitch, here it is for DeYoung. He flinches and takes a fastball on the outside part of the plate, 3-2.
It just goes to show you, John, no matter how good a team is, and the Diamondbacks and the Rockies, 2 of the game's best teams so far, every team goes through a time where they're struggling. The Yankees have had that recently.
Now the 3-2 pitch for DeYoung. A swing and a foul tip into Ionetta's mitt. 1 down.
I haven't really seen the Houston Astros struggle much.
They just go out slug people.
Yeah, nor have the Nationals. And the Cardinals are going to have to play good baseball to beat the Nationals.
The Nationals lead 4-2 over the Cubs in the bottom of the 7th inning in Washington, D.C. Now the pitch, a swing and a foul out of play for Greg Garcia. And our game today is brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
Thank you.
I just gave it to Jim.
Oh, wrong you.
The card, not the Budweiser. 0-1 on Garcia, who is 1 out of 2 since coming on as a pinch hitter in the 7th inning. A foul ball goes back to the screen, 0-2. Alex Mejia made his major league debut today and grounded out and hit a fly ball too short in right field to bring in a run. The Cardinals missed opportunities to score in the 2nd and the 4th, but they did not miss the 7th and the 8th. 3-run homer by Grichuk put the Cardinals on top by 2, and then the Redbirds tacked on 5 in the 8th. Low pitch in the dirt. Garcia lets it go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Cardinals lost a heartbreaker on Tuesday night. Had the lead going into the 8th inning and then lost in 10. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Right down the middle, strike 3 called. Chafin has struck out DeYoung and now Garcia. And with 2 outs, Eric Fryer is coming up. KSAR, Salem, Arkansas. We salute that station on the great Cardinals Radio Network. Glad you're with us today. This series, up until the Cardinals put up 3 in the 7th and 5 in the 8th inning. The pitch goes outside here to Fryer. It's like Hank Stram used to say, good old-fashioned taffy pull. Pair of one-run games. Here's a pitch wide to Fryer, ball 2. It's a 10-3 game today, Cardinals.
And Fryer has had a hand in this. He has not had a hit in this game. He did walk and score, but if the Cardinals can hang on, that would be a 9-5 record behind the plate for Eric Fryer. I think he's done an admirable job. Really not seeing the ball very well at the plate at the moment, but he is certainly helping his ball club.
Here's a pitch low and in. He lets it go for ball 3. 3-0. Tommy Pham stayed in to play center field. He's on deck. Tommy delivered a 2-run pinch hit single. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. The pitcher spots number 5. Tyler Lyons came on to work a fast 8th inning. The pitch on the way. A swing and a drive down the right field line, twisting foul into the seats.
We talked about the Cardinal rally in the 5th inning, taking the air out of this ballpark. And, of course, the air is kind of hot in Phoenix, 102 degrees outside, and it is 77 degrees inside. But after the Cardinals scored those 5, we cannot hear a peep in the ballpark at the moment.
The pitch is swung on and fouled out of play off to the right. The Cardinals today have left 7 on, 10 runs, 11 hits, no errors, 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, 2 left on for Arizona. Chafin is trying to strike out the side. The 3-2 pitch, fouled off to the left. Fryer stays alive with Pham waiting over by the on-deck circle. The Cardinals were down 1-0 going to the 4th inning when they had the bases loaded, and Jose Martinez singled in 2, giving the Cardinals a 1-run lead. Then Goldschmidt hit a home run, tying the game in the 4th. Blanco tripled and scored in the 6th. Then the Cardinals took over the game. Here's a swing and a one-hopper to the shortstop, Chris Owings. Owings throws high, and Fryer is safe at first. Goldschmidt was diving for the bag. Fryer went past first.
And he had to dive for the bag, too, because he missed the bag.
And it's an E6.
Goldschmidt missed him, and they both diving from the bag from opposite directions. That was funny looking.
And I think they're going to want to have this reviewed if they can. The home plate umpire, Sam Holbrook, is the crew chief, going over to talk with Torey Lovullo. Fryer did not touch first base. As he went around first, went diving for the bag. Goldschmidt got there and touched first base.
I think maybe the thing that Torey Lovullo is asking about is whether or not there's a baseline issue, but I don't think that's a problem running into first base. I don't think he was way out of the line by avoiding that tag, and certainly close enough to the bag to hit it on the way through. He just missed it. I'm not sure how much leeway you get on going down to first base. You never see that.
But in diving for the bag, Goldschmidt got there before Fryer did, and Fryer never touched the bag. I haven't seen that one before. Holbrook talks it over with Greg Gibson, the first base umpire who made the call.
It's a long conversation between just two umpires at the moment.
And they're going to discuss it with Torey Lovullo.
The question I think they're talking about is whether or not it's reviewable. I would have to think that's part of the conversation.
And they're going to call in, Holbrook and Gibson call in Wolf and Rayburn. They'll huddle up.
Committee meeting.
Well, I like this when they talk about it, trying to get it right.
Right.
Fryer avoided the tag, moving past first base, went into a skid, had to get back to the bag. Goldschmidt dived for the bag and tagged it with the glove before Fryer got there.
I saw an angle. I'm not sure he touched the bag. I mean, I don't know if I don't know if Goldschmidt got all the way to the bag or not, and I'm not sure Fryer did either. I mean, it's just an odd play because Fryer went around Goldschmidt. How far around are you allowed to go? That's question one. Number two, after he gets past the bag, Goldschmidt clearly did not tag him.
No, he clearly didn't tag him, but Fryer went past first without touching it.
And he had to come back to touch it. He was originally called safe.
So both players went diving for the bag, and Goldschmidt got to first base before Fryer. Well, long discussion.
I'm not sure I've ever seen a discussion this long.
And I haven't seen a play like that. at first base.
I think that's why the umpires are so intrigued about it. They're going through their Rolodex of baseball rules, which is about 300 pages long in both English and Spanish. And we can go through those 300 pages if you'd like.
Well, Sam Holbrook, Greg Gibson are walking over toward the Cardinal dugout.
And they're going to take a look at it.
And out at first base, Fryer, as he didn't touch first base, trying to get back. Goldschmidt got to the bag before he did. And Mike Matheny is getting the explanation. So there was no tag when Goldschmidt had to leave first, but Fryer went skidding past first base. He didn't touch the bag. And with both diving for it, Goldschmidt got his glove on the bag before Fryer got there.
It's the right call. He did touch the bag. You're right. We saw an extra replay of it, and clearly he was out.
6-3 on the out, and we're going to the bottom of the ninth. Well, let's hold him here and go home to St. Louis. On to the bottom of the ninth, 10-3 Cardinals.
The farm team is back on the ball field with the Cardinals and ready to run. Fueled with high-quality soy protein, Simon the Soybean runs for Missouri farmers and their work to be sustainable and efficient. Soy is Missouri's top crop, an important source of protein for livestock and key to producing clean, renewable biodiesel. That's power Simon the Soybean depends on as he's racing to the plate with the Cardinals this season.
Catch the Friday night mascot races and follow Missouri Farmers Care on Twitter and Facebook. Brought to you by Missouri Farmers Care and the Soybean Checkoff.
This is Rick Horton. No matter what life throws at you, you need options. After all, a good pitcher doesn't just throw fastballs. For 25 years, Vitae Foundation has effectively used media and research-based messaging to help women find options when faced with an unexpected pregnancy. Healthy options and caring support. What women deserve when life throws them a curveball. Vitae Foundation, a real game changer. Learn more at adsforlife.org.
Keep your eye on the ball, sweetie.
Hey, do you think the kids would want apple or orange juice after the game?
Why are you looking at juices on your phone?
I'm ordering online delivery from Schnucks.
Schnucks delivers?
They do now. I go online, pick out what I want, and they do the shopping for me.
Wow, that's so easy.
Plus, Schnucks delivers anywhere. At home, at work, even at the Little League field. So we don't have to miss a thing.
Schnucks now delivers fresh groceries and can be at your door in as little as 1 hour. You order, we shop, we deliver. Sign up at schnucksdelivers.com.
St. Lou is more than baseball. Take us out on the town. Shows at the Muni, stroll the riverfront. Enjoy some craft beer, then urban chestnut. There's the new Blues Museum. The Butterfly House earns its name. Let's do a 1, 2, 3-day weekend around the Cardinals game. Have a ball!
Catch all the fun at ExploreSt.Louis.com.
Well, they say you can crush home runs and dominate in your very own Derby competition in the official MLB.com Home Run Derby game at the App Store and Google Play. Swing for the fences against more than 10 million players from around the world as your favorite Derby All-Star. Download Home Run Derby for free right now. Mike Myers has a chance to pitch now for the Cardinals. Here is Paul Goldschmidt. Myers is on the mound for the first time since coming up from AAA. He'll be facing Goldschmidt, Lamb, Owings. The pitch, Goldschmidt swings and misses a low fastball. Myers had that very rough start against the Dodgers in his Major League debut.
Tough assignment.
The pitch, a swing, and it's popped up. Foul off to the right. No play for Carpenter, no play for Fryer. The ball goes over the Cardinal dugout.
You know, a lot of talk about some of the young arms in the Cardinal system, and we saw Sandy Alcantara throws 100 miles an hour, and maybe a few years down the road he'll be a big player for the Cardinals. Of course, Luke Weaver and Marco Gonzalez we've seen, but this guy, Mike Myers, has been the best, really the number one starter in AAA the last couple of years for Memphis.
Myers working from the stretch with nobody on. The pitch is fouled back to the screen. Myers was recalled Sunday from Memphis, a 5-6 record, 3.74 ERA in 14 starts. However, his last 5 starts, a 0.87 earned run average. That's why he's here. He last pitched on the 20th of June at Round Rock. He got the win. But 7 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 7 strikeouts. Ball 1-2 on Goldschmidt. 10-3 Cardinals, bottom of the 9th inning. A quiet Chase Field, and boy, is this place emptied out. The 1-2. Goldschmidt takes wide. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Goldschmidt got his first hit in the series. A home run in the 4th inning that tied the game 2-2. 10-3 Cardinals right now. The pitch, ground ball to the second baseman. Greg Garcia pounds the mitt, makes the play, and throws out Goldschmidt.
How about that defensive swing for Paul Goldschmidt? You don't see that very often. That's how good he was pitched to by Mike Myers. Way to go.
There's Jake Lamb. Lamb a ground out. Strikeout. Force play ground ball to drive in what was the go-ahead run in the 6th inning. That put Arizona ahead 3-2. Since then, the Cardinals have outscored the Diamondbacks 8-0. Myers continues to work out of the stretch with nobody on. The pitch is swung on and hit a mile to right center field. A home run way, way back over the swimming pool. Home run number 18 for Lamb. And he has 64 RBIs now. Well, he was looking for something in the middle of the plate and didn't miss it.
Yeah, he ambushed him there, didn't he? Maybe Myers thought he was taking the first pitch, and he just gave him one he could handle, and that was a no-doubter. Wow.
Now it's 10-4, good buddy, as Chris Owings comes up. 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Thought that might be a splashdown, but it cleared the pool. Here's a swing and a miss as Owings tried to do the same thing, tried to park one somewhere way back in the lower level and left. Owings has hit 9 home runs with 44 driven in, a 299 average or 292 average. Nobody on, 1 out. The pitch, a swing and a foul that goes out of play off to the right. And in a 10-3 game, now 10-4, it's Myers' job to throw strikes.
No question. You're going to go after him. You might give up a home run doing it. I mean, that's not the plan, obviously.
No.
But you do not want to walk batters in a game like this.
0-2. The pitch to Chris Owings. Ground ball foul on the third baseline.
You know, sometimes what that does for a guy in a situation like this, you get too tentative about it. And you stop throwing the corners because you think, well, all I want to do is throw strikes. Well, strikes not meaning in the heart of the plate. You can still throw outer half, inner half, and you're still going after hitters, still trying to get strikeouts.
It's 0-2 on Owings. Chris Herman waits on deck. 1 out in the 9th. The pitch. Check swing. Big sweeping breaking ball outside. No swing. 1-2. Owings day is strikeout, ground out, strikeout. He had 277 last year, batting 292 this season for the improved Arizona Diamondbacks. Now the pitch. Ground ball foul on the third base line. A loss today, the Diamondbacks will be 50-30. A win today, the Cardinals will go to 37-41.
And if the Cardinals do hold on, they would have to go 7-3 going into the All-Star break to finish at 500. That's certainly doable. It's hard to imagine that a few days ago, though.
The 1-2 pitch with 1 out. A swing and a foul out of play off to the right. Mike Myers facing Chris Owings. 3 Chris's in a row in the lineup. Chris Owings, Chris Herman, Chris Iannetta. The outfielders are playing Owings a step toward left field. They play him to pull. Myers 1-2 pitch. Chopped foul over to the Arizona dugout on the third base side.
Owings takes his hacks, but he's got good plate awareness, too. It's a tough out.
1 out, 9th inning, 10-4 Cardinals. Home run here by Jake Lamb. going after the first pitch he saw from Mike Myers after Goldschmidt grounded out. Here's another 1-2 pitch to Owings. That stroke deep. Center field. Pham on the run. Won't catch it. The ball hits off the base of the center field fence. And Owings has just hit his 21st double. That's his third double in this series.
Well, there's a good at-bat we were talking about. He just really covers the plate so well. He dives in. A little bit like Matt Holliday, the way he dives towards the ball as it approaches. Doesn't quite have the Holliday pedigree, but he's still young and pretty impressive at-bat for Owings.
Mike Myers will pitch to left-handed batting Chris Herman. I told you the last appearance for Myers was a start on the 20th. Here we are on the 29th. A look to second base, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one as Herman tried to park one on the first pitch from Myers, but did not get a center cut fastball.
Velocity's good for Myers. 94, that's plenty. Sam Tuivailala getting up just in case Myers needs some help.
Myers with a glove to his chest. He's given up a run on 2 hits, a homer by Lamb, then the double by Owings after getting ahead of Owings. The pitch goes inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lance Lynn, 3 runs, 4 hits over 6 innings. Lance walked 1, struck out 7, allowed a home run by Goldschmidt. Matt Bowman, a scoreless 7th inning with a strikeout. Tyler Lyons, a scoreless 8th inning with a strikeout. 1 out in the 9th, 10-4 Cardinals. The pitch by Myers, a swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch that fooled Chris Herman, 1-2. Bottom of the 8th, Washington bats in D.C., leading the Cubs 4-2. Later on, Tampa Bay is at Pittsburgh, Milwaukee at Cincinnati. The Mets are at Miami, with Atlanta at San Diego. The Cardinals fly home and will play against the Washington Nationals tomorrow night, 7:15 at Busch Stadium. Pitch in the dirt, blocked by Fryer. A 2-2 count on Chris Herman. Now the pitch count is moving up. The next offering by Myers will be his 20th pitch here in the 9th inning.
Well, you want to get him experience, and you want to get him positive experience, and you don't want to have to bail him out, but you don't want to also leave him out there to get burned either. So a tough decision maybe coming up here for Mike Matheny if Myers can't find the zone here.
The 2-2 pitch, a swing and a high fly ball, deep right field. Piscotty is at the wall, and he steps in 1 step to make the catch on the track.
Oh, boy.
2 outs. Tagging, Owings goes over to third base. Piscotty got back to the wall, and then he was able to walk in a step or 2 to retire Herman on the deep, long, loud out.
I'm not so sure that ball wasn't as high as it was far. That was a towering, that was a Dave Kingman thinking of that all those years ago. Mark McGuire, of course, a more recent example of a guy that could just hit a towering fly ball or home run. That one fortunately staying in the ballpark.
Chris Iannetta is 0 for 3, and the Diamondbacks are down to their last out, with the Cardinals leading here 10-4. The pitch by Myers. Swing and a miss. Threw a cutter, a slider up in the zone. No contact for Iannetta, 0-1. Iannetta is batting .233, 8 home runs, 23 RBIs. He can drive the ball a long way. Myers pitches. Check swing, ball high. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're closing in on 6 o'clock in the Central Time Zone. And we'll be back in the Central Time Zone, 7:15 tomorrow night. Cardinals Nationals at Busch Stadium. The 1-1 pitch, foul ball, that goes back and out of play. Now the Diamondbacks are down to their last strike. Runner at third, Chris Owings. Lamb hit a home run, making the score 10-4. The Cardinals scored 3 in the 7th, 5 in the 8th, on the way to 10 runs. The pitch. A swing and a miss for a Redbird winner. Iannetta strikes out. This ball game and this series, they've come to an end as the Cardinals won 2 out of 3 here in Phoenix against the Arizona Diamondbacks. A 3-hour, 18-minute game goes to the Cardinals by a final of 10-4. Ricky and I will talk about it after this.
The ribeye has the best, the greatest steak in town.
If you're looking for Champaign-Urbana's great steak place, it's the Ribeye Restaurant. Still with their famous salad bar and their delicious seasoned fried shrimp and delicious grilled chicken entrees. The Ribeye Restaurant, 1701 South Neal Street in Champaign. For reservations, call 351-9115.
The ribeye is the best. We're the one, the great one steak place.
Awesome Machine Sales and Rental wants you to take charge of your yard with Toro. Toro has the quality you expect and dependability you deserve from your lawn equipment. Awesome Machines and Toro has the right machine to keep you inside and cool this summer season. With push mowers starting as low as $269 and zero turns starting as low as $22.99 with 0% financing available. Simply awesome. Awesome Machine Sales and Rental, Route 45 in Savoy, Route 36 in Tuscola, and online at awesomemachines.net.